says we are live. Let's check it out. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Much love to the chat. Those of y'all that's in the building early, smash the like button as you come on in. I say smash the like button as you come on in. We're going to talk a little boxing in the AM. Share the video and spread the word to the ends of the earth. 78 Sports TV is live, you dig? All right. Make sure y'all share it because YouTube is not going to send out notifications today because they finna act real shady with my video, man. I set this up for yesterday, but then I had something to take care of, so I had to postpone the show and change the time to today. So whenever you do that, they act funny with notifications for sure. So make sure y'all share this joint for me. Let me get over here on my YouTube. Share my own joint. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go, y'all. Now we cooking. Let's scroll up and see who we got in the building thus far in the AM. The homie Nada 86 coming through early in the super chat. Much love and much appreciation, fam. He says salute, General, and salute to the mighty LDBC. Yes, sir. Salute to my brother. Appreciate that. G. McCall is in the building. Just like Candy. TY Boxing 02 is in the building. Joe Townsend, my brother, Big Joe Townsend coming through. Standing on LDBC business, you dig? Powerhouse Watson up in here. Mark Wonderlynch. Coach 67 Sports TV in the building. Miami Snoopy 305. QCP 1000 Wild. Pablo Escobar. Joseph Brown, the Dirt Game boss. Let's see here. Mark Hairston. A-Wavy 09. Justin Jacobs. Dane Watson. Stephen L. Mizak. Dinkin Dollars. Joseph Jackson. Slip the Jab. I Am Waffles. Coach Hudson is in the building. What to do, Coach? Bon Voyage is up in here. Jalen Hudson. Star City J up in the building. Let's see. Oh, Dinkin Dollars says YouTube sent him his. All right, good. Shaquilla Fields. Main Biker. Man of Down 23. 619 Cali Factor Dago's in the building. My brother Cano Loco TV in the building. Cano, if you got time, you should pull up today, bro. You should pull up today. I don't know, you might be busy at work or something, but if you got a minute, you should pull up today when I open up the panel because I want to get your thoughts on this turkey topic. Because I seen you on Instagram going off. Cano went off on turkey, bro. Yo. I ain't mad at you though, Cano. I ain't mad at you at all. Turkey, the jury's still out on Turkey. It seemed like what he's doing is good for boxing, but we don't know yet, man. We don't know if we could trust him because we as fans been shout out to everybody in the building. I can't read everybody, man. My brother Condo, LDBC enough. Salute to everybody in here. Appreciate y'all, man. What's up, my brother Drew Tight LLC in the building? What's up with Sheldon, LDBC enough? Salute to everybody in the building. Yeah, man, but I was like, I'm watching Cano joint, right? Him and Act. And the thing is, I don't want to diss Turkey because I'm like, okay, I can't expect this dude to be perfect and know everything. He basically a fan with a lot of money. So Turkey is like the equivalent of giving one of these boxing fans a bunch of money and just saying, hey, make the fights you want to make. That's what he's doing. But as far as the business, he don't really understand the ins and outs of the business. He don't understand how a lot of this stuff is supposed to be run, especially when you look at what he's doing with this card here, right? You put Ryan Garcia as top billing, which to me is ridiculous. It's an insult. It is what it is, okay? Even though Devin making the money, the optics of it, I just don't like how it looked, okay? And then you surround Devin with two races. And that press conference yesterday, woo, boy, I was hot. Boy, I was hot. I'm so glad Bill Haney cooked. He cooked that Mark who was on stage as the MC, as some type of announcer or whatever he was. Shout out to my brother Stormy B, man. Stormy did a good video cooking about that. So did Drew. Drew was cooking about it earlier. Bill Haney tore into this dude. And what they've been doing over there is they're trying to silence Bill and split up Bill and Devin. And they've been trying this. It ain't just Turkey now who trying this, right? And Golden Boy who trying, because Golden Boy, this is a Golden Boy Promotions event. Turkey left this one to Golden Boy, which is disgraceful. Golden Boy cannot be trusted with Devin Haney. After what they did in New York, you going back to the scene of the crime, right? After what they did, if I'm Devin, I'm not drinking nothing or eating anything that I didn't have in my hand 100% of the time. I'm seriously. I'm just not. I don't trust the whole situation. I don't trust it. What's up, Supreme Beast Box Talk, Cadillac Red? Stephen X, Freedom March, what's happening? Hectic Nasty, salute. Rick Blackwell, what's happening to everybody in the building? Smash that like button. I don't trust the whole situation with Golden Boy being up. And you know, and what really bothers me, Oscar and Bernard Hopkins know. They know Ryan cheated, and they know Devin getting done wrong. If you look at Oscar's face when certain things are saying, Oscar's almost cringing. He feel guilty. Oscar has a little bit of guilt. The real boxer that's left in Oscar has a little bit of guilt, right? But the money making con artist, businessman of Oscar is like F Devin. But watching Devin get booed by all them racist fans, and that's what they were, racist fans. I don't care. No, man, these are Latino fans, and they do a lot for boxing. They're a bunch of racists. That's what they are. LA has always been like that. California, period, has always been like that, especially LA, with the California politics. California, which is supposed to be so liberal. Oh, California, no, it's not, bro. California is one of the most racist states in this country, politics-wise. You understand? Politics-wise, if you go to get locked up in California, you ain't listen. It's people from the Midwest, people from Alabama and the South, Mississippi. They prison system ain't as racist as California. I'm talking about Mississippi, bro. You go to California and it's structured along racial lines. If you black, you better stay away from them. You better not be talking to them. You a South Side. You can't talk to this one and that. You can't eat after a black man. All kind of stupid stuff, bro. California's racist. So don't miss me with the whole, these are real boxing fans and, they just happen to be rooting for Ryan. Nah, bro. Nah, they racist. They're racist, period. And for them to be booing Devin, and Devin is the one who got cheated. He the one who got cheated? Come on. It's ridiculous. Dr. Rocco, what you mean send location? What does that mean? Freedom's March is in the super chat with the 5-piece. Much love, much appreciation. Says, appreciate you, bro. He said, born and raised in LA. You right. I'm telling you, bro, I know. I know too many people out there. Too many people who've been locked up in California. All of them told me. I had a homeboy. I guess you call him a homeboy. A dude I know, an acquaintance, who was locked up out there. This dude was from Mississippi. Been locked up in Mississippi. Went to California. Had a connect out there. Got locked up in California. Dude, I talked to dude on the phone and in letters. Dude told me, bro, this is the most racist system I've been in my life. He said, in the state of Mississippi, when I'm locked up in there, we could have white homeboys if we wanted to. That wasn't racist and stuff. They can come chill with us and all that kind of stuff, play cards. Said out here, and I'm from Mississippi. These dudes from California. And these dudes will start a race riot if you sit down playing cards with a white guy. I said, yeah, man, that's California. California I ain't. But anyway, so watching Devin get booed was very irritating to me. Disgusting. But Devin handled it well. Devin has to understand that he's up against it going in there. He got to understand that this is going to be slanted for Ramirez to win, and Devin's still going to stand on it. That's what he got to do. Devin, y'all notice this trend with Devin that no matter what he do, he's always somehow the underdog or always the guy who got something to prove, no matter what he do. Constantly. The sad part is it shouldn't be like this. Because after Devin beat Regis Prograis and he was at the height of his powers, and Ryan Garcia had just said he ducking the Devin Haney fight because he went on that jog with Floyd. At that point, Tank Davis should have said, hey, Dev, you hot right now. Let's do it. I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to whoop you. That should have been the fight next, right then and there. But because Tank's a coward, and we'll talk about that later, that fight didn't happen. All right, so anyway, so the jury's still out on Turki. We don't know exactly what he's going to do. Now that he got Dana White into boxing, and he done blindsided Eddie Hearn and Oscar them with Dana White with this TKO Promotions. Okay, let me get this guy here. Yeah, go ahead and erase this guy. Get him out of here. He's not here to talk boxing. He's a racist. He got offended when I started talking about California. So, now he came out here to, let it be known, prove my point that he's a racist. So, yeah, go ahead and get him out of here. All right, so now the jury's still out with Turki. I'm hoping for the best, but now that he got Dana White, we don't know what he's going to do. We don't know if Dana White is going to be good for boxing or not. I don't trust Dana White. I like the fact that Dana White makes the best fights he can make in the UFC, but that ain't necessarily going to happen in boxing the same way. Boxing is run by the mob. Boxing is run by mafia families. I've been saying that for years. It's just a crooked, dirty game, this sport of boxing. So I'm rooting for Turki to be all right. I'm rooting for Turki to have a successful takeover of the sport of boxing. But I need to see him. Listen, I'm impressed with the fights we're getting. That I am. You understand? I am impressed with the fights we're getting. Shout out to Turki. What I'm not impressed with, and this is why I'm being very careful, because I'm not expecting him to do everything right away. But you got to do something. What's the new policy about the drugs in boxing? Right? Drug sheets in boxing. Racists. People like Tio and Ryan getting rewarded and put on the pedestal. This stuff matters to me. It might not matter to a racist fan in California, LA, but it matters to me. Right? So I want to know what Turki going to do about it. I already know Oscar and Bernard, the Jig Hopkins, ain't going to do nothing. Turki's also waged war on the sanctioning bodies. He refuses to acknowledge anything other than the ring belt, which I'm not mad at him about. Later for the sanctioning bodies, because the sanctioning bodies, they for years have played games with us. We already know this. They have been the biggest scam artists in the sport. The sanctioning bodies. They got a belt for every occasion, especially at WBC. Too many champions in each weight class. The ranking systems are rigged. You want to know how the ranking system rigged? Okay, watch this. I'm going to show you something. Let me share my screen. But first, I gotta get to the site. I want to show y'all how rigged the ranking system is. Gotta get up, gotta get going. Gonna see a friend of mine. He's warm and he's fuzzy. I love him because he's Pooh Bear winning. Pooh Bear. My bad, y'all. I'll be having flashbacks. All right, here we go. Let me share the screen. Here we go. All right, y'all see this, right? Let me make sure y'all can see it. Y'all can see this. This Ring TV, Ring Magazine website, right? Their updated site. Now let's go to their rankings here. Reject all cookies. Y'all be stealing my credit card and stuff. All right, let's go to the Rings WBA. Let's go to WBA ranking from the Ring Magazine has up here. Let's go to what weight class? Welterweight, 147. Stanionis is the champion, right? Then you have, I don't know who this dude is, 16-0. Shakram, somebody named Shakram. See, when people have names like Shakram, you already know they breath stink. When people have names like that, I already know they breath stink. Because you can't say, even when I say their name, Shakram, like my breath starting to stink just by saying it. So I already know. Then you got Rolly Ramiro, who's ranked number 2. Rolly is number 2 in the the WBA 147-pound ranking. Then you have, guess who? Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is number 3 in the WBA rankings. And now, Ryan and Rolly are fighting for the regular title. To my knowledge, now you correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong. But to my knowledge, neither one of those guys have fought at welterweight to be in the ranking system, have they? Ryan Garcia hasn't done nothing. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm just saying. I don't get it. But that's the WBA. That's not Turki ranking that one. That's the WBA. Turki just got it on his site. But that's the WBA's actual rankings. So Turki doesn't acknowledge their belts. He's only acknowledging the Ring Magazine belt, which I understand. Okay. But it is what it is, man. WBC president Mauricio Suleiman came out. He fighting back. You know, Mauricio, he you know what I'm saying? He one of the leaders of the Five family. He not finna go down without no fight. He can smell the end nearing, you know what I'm saying? And Mauricio, like, look, you got a problem with me, say it to my face. I ain't got time for this and that. I'm offended. You're biased and this and that. But listen, Mauricio, you had a chance to do the right thing. You sold your company to the highest bidder. All you sanctioned bodies sold your soul to the highest bidder. Turki came in and said, hey, I'm not interested. I'm going to talk to the fighters and the promoters directly. Right? So now, sanctioned bodies are in trouble. They're in trouble, man. If Turki pulls off what he's trying to pull off, I don't know if it's going to be good for boxing or not. I'm hoping it will. I'm hoping it's going to be good for boxing, but maybe it's going to force people to get their mind right. But I'm call me conspiracy theorist, bro. But you know, I don't know, man. I'm just boxing is so corrupt, fam, with these mafia families that I don't put nothing past these promoters sabotaging a Turki event in America. I'm telling you. Remember, I told you this. 3/11/2025. I don't put nothing past these other rival promoters sabotaging a Turkey event here in America. You can take that for however you want to take it. I'm not going to say nothing on YouTube. I talk to people behind the scenes about it, but I'm just telling you. Sanctioning bodies and a lot of shenanigans can happen. What's up, Nick? A lot of shenanigans can happen, man. I'm telling you. Because I know this. This is what I was trying to tell people before. When Bill and Devin was trying to get venues and stuff, when they was with when they was with Eddie, and they were trying to book venues for fights, PBC, when they had their juice, and Floyd Mayweather and them was stopping this wasn't allowing Eddie and them to book certain venues because of the power they had at the time. Right? There's a lot of sabotaging and stuff going. Now, Turkey got enough money to get the events wherever he wants. But I'm not confident he can keep those venues safe. I'm just not. You know, and you from Saudi too, bro. I'm just telling you, politics is different in America. Politics different in America. But anyway, that's just my opinion. You know, we'll see. The jury's still out on Big Turk. But so far, I'm rocking with him. I just want to, you know, he got more to do though. He got more to do. He said they better secure Times Square. Hey, you feel me? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. It's a messed up situation. I like the idea of all these people, 500,000 people being outside of Times Square watching the fight. I like that idea. I just don't know how you secure something like that. I don't know how you don't attract the nonsense, especially in our political climate we in right now. I don't know how you don't attract the nonsense. I just don't get it. But it's a great idea. Great idea. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I hope that it works out and it's a success, because that will give me some more hope, more faith in humanity. You know what I'm saying? But if not, you know, I hate to be the one to say I told you so. I just don't like it. Let's talk about your boy Keith One Time Thurman. Keith One Time Thurman is returning to the ring today, I guess. I don't know what time. Anybody know what time Keith Thurman is fighting Brock Jarvis? Leave it in the chat if y'all know it. What time it's going to be here for us in America. Yes, today, right? They had their weigh-in yesterday, so the fight got to be today. It got to be today. Oh, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Okay, bet. Okay, tomorrow at 9 a.m. All right, so what's up with this Soul Power, aka Gamed Up Killers in the building? So this is my thoughts on the situation, man. Keith Thurman versus oh boy, Brock Jarvis. Now I never heard of Brock Jarvis until I found out Keith Thurman was going to fight him about a week ago. So I looked Brock Jarvis up, his fights on YouTube, and he, you know, typical solid, a good sturdy solid bum. You know what I'm saying? This is one of those good sturdy solid bums like the ones Rocky was fighting after he beat Apollo Creed and won the championship before he fought Clubber Lang. So he one of those guys, like a filler song on an album. You know what I'm saying? One of those songs that's just all right. You know what I'm saying? But it's not one of your favorites. You know what I'm saying? So Brock Jarvis is one of them cats. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman, I don't know who Keith Thurman is anymore. I don't know what he still has left in the tank. He came in shape, though. He's in shape. It's good to see Keith back in shape. I like Keith Thurman, man. Y'all know I was a big fan of Keith Thurman back in the day before I found out he was scared of Earl Spence, which ruined my whole relationship with him. I don't mind if you lose the fight, but to be scared of a dude, come on, bro. Now he's not scared of Earl Spence because Earl Spence is damaged goods. So, now he feel like, all right, Earl is done. Earl got beat by Crawford. Earl had a car accident. Earl, his body didn't, whatever. I'm going to tell y'all something about alcohol, man. Alcohol will do more damage to your body. Listen, man, and I love drinking. But it does take a toll on your body, bro. I'm telling you. Athletically, it takes a toll on your body. And I'm just telling you the honest truth. I don't have to say that. I'm just telling you the truth. Floyd Mayweather, salute to him for not engaging in alcoholism and drinking. Salute to Terrence Crawford and other people who chose not to do that. When you look at the greatness of Earl Spence and the greatness of even Adrian Bronner and what could have been, bro, that drinking ruined them, bro. Ruined their whole bodies, bro. Stephen X say smoking too. Smoking will do it too, but not like alcoholism. Drinking will take you to. I know this personally because I drink. Drinking, you listen, bro. When you drink, I remember one week. I ain't gonna say a week. The funnest month of my life, the funnest month, where I got so many memories and so many stories to tell people on Patreon and all that stuff, right? Was, I want to say, in 2020, the year of the Rona. In 2020, in one of those months, man, well, no, I'll say about 2 months, in a 2-month span, I gathered so many memories, so much fun, drinking and being in the hotels, different suites and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because back in them days, they was giving you like, you can get like a penthouse, player suite, presidential suite for the low because wasn't nobody really going to hotels. But me, I ain't care. I'm a rebel. Man, I was living the life, having a good time. I think in a 2-month span, I spent about $50,000 in 2 months. Great memories, great fun. But every time I think about how much money I spent, I get nauseous and I want to throw up. And the reason why I didn't realize how much money I was spending and being an idiot is because I was drinking every day. Drinking every single day, enjoying life, having a good time, and it made me act the fool. So now, if you're an athlete, I can just imagine you drinking with your homeboys and, you know what I'm saying, Earl doing his thing. And Earl, he said it himself. Let me see if I can find that quote from Earl. Let me see. Let's see if I can find that quote because I don't want to just be on here talking. Let me make sure I can find the quote from young Earl. But Earl said himself that, this was an issue. Let me see here. I don't know if this is it. Let me check and see. I don't know if this is it. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, this is it. Okay. Earl Spence says, worst thing I did to myself was drinking. If an athlete focuses on the end goal, hopefully it's a better situation for you and your loved ones. Tank Davis responded by saying, I felt this. I hope you and your little ones is doing well, champ. So, with that being said, I'm just telling you what I know. Drinking as a fighter is the wrong thing to do. It's just the wrong thing. I'm not saying you can't have a glass every once in a while. But drinking on a day-to-day basis as an athlete is bad because you're not going to be able to do what you want to do as an athlete. You're just not. Whatever your mind telling you can do, you're just not going to do it. I'm gonna tell you. Listen, bro. I was drunk one time. I was 1738 to the fullest. I mean, I'm full of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a hotel, this luxury suite, and I'm so I start getting a little lonely. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. Sometimes you want your woman, not no. You don't want no 304, but you want your woman. So 304s had left. I said, you know what? I want my woman. I said, baby, why don't you come out here? Why don't you come out here? She said, you all the way in Minnesota. I said, yeah, but just catch a flight and just come out here. She said, I'm not catching no flight. You drunk. You just talking crazy. I said, babe, listen. I looked at the flight. I said, look, you could be here. If you get to the airport now, if you get to the airport within 40 minutes, you can catch that flight, be up out here, just spend the rest of I'm doing stuff. I'm acting like I'm Jay-Z or something, like I'm rich. When you drunk, you think you're rich, right? So I'm like, yeah, come on, baby, come on out here. So she come on out, and I'm talking crazy. I'm finna knock the bottom up out of it. Girl, I'm finna do stuff to you. You ain't never been, girl, I'm finna do it to you, girl. She got in that hotel room. I kissed on her. We had a glass of wine. I've been drinking all day. I laid down, went to sleep like a baby. That's it. That's all I did. Laid down, went to sleep like a baby. Didn't do nothing. But I talked all this smack. What I was going to do, I ain't did nothing. So my point is, y'all just be careful, bro. I love drinking, man, but drinking ain't finna, man, look here. You ain't finna bust a grape. You get that whiskey D. Once you get that whiskey D in you, it's over. Pause. Yeah, I sold her a dream. She done caught a flight trying to get this action, and I done went right to sleep, bro. I had to straighten her out in the morning. Yeah, I was acting a fool, bro. Wasting money, just acting a straight dog. But anyway, so yeah, Earl, I sympathize with him and what he's going through with that situation. You know what I mean? Now, Keith Thurman called out Earl Spence like he want all the smoke with Earl. All right. If Keith Thurman gets past this Brock Lesnar dude, Brock Jarvis, I would love then to see Keith Thurman versus a Earl Spence fight if, Earl wants that fight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at that situation. I'll watch it. I'll definitely watch that fight. That's a fight that I always wanted to see back in the day. It's about 10 years too late, but still. Better late than never. I'll watch it. Definitely watch it. So who y'all got in this fight? Keith Thurman or Brock Lesnar? What's his name? Brock Jarvis. They're in Australia right now. Keith Thurman and Brock Jarvis. What y'all got going? What's up, A Weapons? Midlife Music in the building. Midlife Music. A Weapons say the bar is by decision. Hey man, I got the bars by KO, man. I got Keith by knockout, man. Maybe I'm tripping, but I think Keith might stop Brock. You know what I mean? Condo say I'm rooting for Brock. I can't stand Keith. Oh, you hating on your own Florida native. Oh, a condo hating on his own Florida people, man. Hating on his own people. Junior, what's up, Junior? Junior said the Gooch. Real name is Brock Jarvis. I'm going with the bully, the Gooch. Man, wait. That having a brain fart, but that sounds familiar. What you talking about, Junior? I'm sorry, man. Uh, I'm having a brain fart, but I know what you're talking about. Young Abel in the super chat. Appreciate the love, Young Abel. He says, um, Keith Thurman belongs in the trash can. Wow. Able to put that man in the trash can. Junior say, I don't know, Dunbar's got bullied by the Gooch. Oh, okay, yeah. From different strokes to rule the world. Yes, it does. It takes different strokes to rule the world. Okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, see, when you old, you can make references like that, but people ain't gonna know. You gotta think about them references because I'll be saying like certain stuff, like I'll be messing with people and don't. Younger folks don't get it, but older people do get it. So like if I got a nice shirt on, what I'm saying. Sometimes I bust out a silk shirt. People don't know about silk shirts no more. But back in the day, silk shirts was a joint. So sometimes I bust out a nice little shirt. And be like, oh, that's a nice shirt. What kind of shirt is that? And I say, that's a Gordon Gartrell. They be like, oh, okay. Like I'm expecting them to laugh, but they don't get it. They're like, oh, okay. Like, hold up now. You don't know what a Gordon Gartrell is? You got me. Come on now. You messed up my whole joke. You said dudes don't wear leather jackets no more. They used to be killer facts. Bro, I still got a closet full of Averexes and Pellies, Pelly Pels, closet full of them. I sold a lot of them though. I still got Coogee sweaters, but I'm still wearing my Coogees. I don't care what nobody says. Coogee still in style. The only reason Coogee out of style is because some dumb ninja decided Coogee ain't in style no more. But I'm wearing it. That's right, Coach 67. The Gordon Gartrell. Cosby Show. With Theo was wearing the Golden Gartrell shirt. Denise made him a fake one because he had the money for the real one. Look at Nick having flashbacks. She says a 3/4 leather jacket with some smell good in the winter. Look at her having flashbacks out here in these streets. Nick having flashbacks. You know what I always used to like? I used to like those. I don't know what you call them, but those jackets the girls used to wear. I think they still do wear them, but like the furs, it would be like a fur. What do you call that cut? It'd be like a fur that like only goes up to like the middle of her back. You know what I'm saying? But it's a nice fur. It go up to the middle of her back and it let that thing sit. If she got a booty, Lord have mercy. If she got a booty, she finna rock that joint. Trust me. She finna rock that joint. I forgot the name of them. I forgot what the cut was, but whatever. Visitor from another planet say Carl Kanai jeans. Bro, Carl Kanai was bro. I used to love Carl Kanai. I would still wear Carl Kanai today if Carl Kanai still made stuff that I like. But anyway, let's see what Keith Thurman do. We don't know. We don't know yet, but let's see what he do. I got Keith Thurman beating old boy Brock Jarvis. Let's talk about it, y'all. Gervonta Tank Davis, your boy. Tank Davis and his pay-per-view sales. From my understanding, from the people who I've talked to, connected to the situation, and I don't care. I mean, let's be honest here. You're never going to get the actual pay-per-view numbers because Tank's team and Amazon and PBC, they're not going to release the real numbers, all right? But if the numbers, they're going to give you some ballpark or, it did between 170 and 500,000. They're going to give you some nonsense like that. But in reality, from what I heard, the reason why you guys aren't getting any numbers from Tank Davis and versus Lamont Roach is because supposedly, from people who involved, it did 86,000 pay-per-view buys. 86,000 pay-per-view buys. I said, wow. I said, that's it. Okay, I can kind of see that. Supposedly, they had 20 to 15 to 20 million people watching it illegally that they counted. 15 to 20 million people watching illegally that they can count. So that means it was probably more than that for sure. So if it did 86,000 pay-per-view buys, that means they took an L. That means they took an L. Now, there's some reports that the fight did a little less than 200,000. I saw that too. It's another report. This ain't my people who told me this. My people is the one who told me it did 86,000. But I saw reports online that say it did less than 200,000. But less than 200,000 could be 86,000. See, y'all have to understand wordplay. For instance, if I sell t-shirts on my page, right? So 78 Sports TV t-shirts. So y'all can click on it right there and underneath the video and buy t-shirts, right? Or hoodies, whatever you want to buy. Now, if I tell you, hey man, I sold less than a million t-shirts, man, this month, man. Hey man, thank y'all for y'all support. I sold less than 1 million t-shirts this month. All y'all heard was 1 million and y'all celebrate. But if you listen to the words, I said I sold less than 1 million. So that could mean 5 t-shirts. But that's the game that they play with you. You understand? And Tank Davis and them have been doing this for a long time. Reports are coming out that Gervonta Tank Davis fight did less than 200,000. So in your mind, you heard 200,000. So you're thinking 195, 199. It could have been 86,000 like my people just told me. But that's the game. That's the hustle. I know y'all ain't gonna believe me, but I mean that's just what it is. Now, that's the problem what we're dealing with now. This is why Turkey is getting so much love, because Turkey is giving these guys guarantees where they don't have to rely on pay-per-view revenue. So Turkey is giving these guys $5 million a pop. You know what I'm saying? You get $5 million for this fight. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you get $6 million, you get $8 million, you get $15 million, you get $3 million, whatever. He giving them that. But a lot of these other promotional companies got these guys waiting on pay-per-view numbers that just never come. Because everybody got a fire stick. You understand? Everybody got a fire stick. Everybody got to eat. Bro, I saved on my bookmarks on my page right here. I got like 4 or 5 different websites I can go to watch an event. I can watch the NBA. I can watch the NFL. I can watch wrestling. I can watch UFC, boxing, from a few websites. All you gotta do is click out of a few ads, or you can just watch it on Fire Stick. And some people are paying the $30, $25, $30 a month on their Fire Stick, Soul Player or the Spider Media. I heard Spider Media is better than Soul Player. That's what I heard. I don't know. I never had it. All I ever had is Soul Player. But I heard Spider Media from a lot of people who got it is better than Soul Player. They say they get movies updated constantly and, you know what I mean, whatever. So it's a lot of different avenues that people have now. Even LeBron James got in trouble. Lord have mercy, man. I got to talk to my yard guy. Hold on one second, y'all.
Remember, you know.
Right.
Everything we bought is pressure treated, so you got nothing to worry about.
Okay. All right. Sound good.
All right. We'll take care of it.
All right. Peace. All right. My bad, y'all. Oh, boy. I swear, money never stopped, man. My goodness gracious. All right. So, anyway, they say that Gervonta Tank Davis is pay-per-view numbers did 86,000, while reports on the internet trying to save face says it did less than 200,000. Hey, less than 200,000 sound like 86,000 to me. And like I said, there's a lot of websites, there's a lot of Fire Sticks. Y'all are grossly underestimating Stank. I said Stank. My bad. I wasn't trying to be funny. Y'all grossly underestimating Tank Davis's star power. Overestimating it. He's not Canelo. I know y'all want him to be Canelo, but he's not Canelo. Canelo ain't Canelo. And what I mean by that is they tell y'all that Canelo was like this $1 million, $1 million or million sales guy every time he fight on pay-per-view. Canelo is not selling 1 million pay-per-views every time he fight. He's not. Nobody's doing that every time they fight. Not even Floyd Mayweather no more. Because of the options that people have to watch it for free. Now, if you're having a fight party, you probably order the fight. Reason being is, if you're having a fight party, you want to make sure you don't have no interruptions, no misunderstandings. You don't want to be clicking on no ads, looking ghetto in your party, right? If you're having a fight party. So you might order the fight. But how many people around the country are still doing that when a lot of people got good Fire Sticks that they just, Fire Stick got 5 different links to the same fight. All you got to do is change the channel. You know what I mean? Me personally, the way I used to do it was I would do, all right, look, if I have a fight party, I'm going to charge everybody who come $10. Now, what you get with that $10 is food, drinks, and the fight. You can't beat that for $10. Bring $10. So if I got 10 people coming, it's $100, bro. That ain't even a lot of money. It's $100. The fight costs $80. I'm losing money actually. because I'm buying 10 people. I'm buying about 3-4 pizzas, some wings, and some beer, and a bottle of Tito's vodka or something. You know what I mean? I'm losing money, to be honest with you, with just 10 people coming. So most people just get the fire stick, bro. Most people just get the fire stick. Right, 888 job. But they're going to have to bring their own bud. Yeah, I don't smoke weed no more, so they're going to have to bring their own bud. So with that said, even if Tank, let's go on the high end, right? Let's believe the report. Let's say the fight did 200,000. That's not good for Tank. It's not good only because, listen, hear me out. I'm not saying that's not good, like he suck or something. What I'm saying is, according to the way his fans are talking, the way Tank Davis fans talk, this is $1 million nigga, million pay-per-view sales type of guy. And if he's that, he should be doing well over 200,000. He should be doing well over. Top dog, give me a minute. Once I open up the panel, you can come on here and talk crazy, and then we're gonna cook you. Don't come over here talking crazy, top dog. So now, I got the fire stick right here in Mikasa. I know several people. No, I'm just playing. I ain't got no fire stick no more. I got rid of my fire stick just in case the police watching. I ain't got. We started to get too comfortable on the internet snitching on ourselves. I ain't got no more fire sticks. I got rid of mine because I'm not a man who agrees in breaking the law. I'm a man of the Lord, and I refuse to break the law anymore. But anyway, back when I had a fire stick, I could just flip through each. Bro, I could watch what I want to watch. Netflix, Amazon. Well, you got to pay for Amazon Prime, but you know, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu. Man, Hulu got some joints. Yo, check it out, bro. Check out, bro. I think it was Nick. Nick J put me up on this show called Paradise. I think it was Nick J. This show is cold on Hulu, bro. Y'all watch that show, Paradise? Bro, that show, Paradise, had me, my wife, and kids locked in. That's the first show that me, my wife, and daughters, cause I be trying to watch stuff for my daughters, but they get bored with it. Like, you know, we old to them and stuff, right? They didn't like Wonder Years for some reason, which really irritated me. The Black Wonder Years, I'm like, what? Y'all like this? Oh, that made me so mad. But they like this show, Paradise. They got hooked into that. So we've been watching as a family. We binge watched it, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm mad now that I gotta wait until the next season. I really am. I'm extremely mad that I gotta wait for the next season. But yeah, there's some good shows out here now. And my point is, it's not hard to believe, ladies and gentlemen, that Tank Davis, his fight flopped. It's not hard to believe because it's not a indictment on Tank. It's just the times we live in. People have access to the fights for free, even the hardcore Tank Davis fans. Okay, watch this. Okay, never mind. I'll wait until I'll wait until I go until I open up the panel because I know some Tank fans will come over here talking crazy, and I'm gonna put them on the spot. They want to show me something. Said Mr. In Between on Hulu. I never watched that. Okay. Narcos, Mexico. I'm gonna check it out, man. I took a break from all the drug dealing shows for a while. It started to get on my nerve. Smash that like button, y'all. Share the video. Let everybody know we live out here in these streets. All right, so now, best pay-per-views ever. Since Tank Davis thing was a flop, let me get to, I think I got these in here somewhere. Y'all give me a second. I should have been better prepared, but I messed up. That's my fault. No excuses. I should have had all this stuff already up here. But I messed up because I was out shaking and moving. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Uh-oh. I think with Houston, we may have a problem. I'm about to share my screen to get to it now. I messed up. I saved it to my computer, but now I can't find it. Okay. Let me just pull it up from the internet. All right. Let's get down to the smoke, ladies and gents. Ain't this what you came for? Don't you wish you came more? No, this ain't the right one. That's not it. They cheating. All right, let's pull this one up. This ain't the one I had before, but let's just pull it up. This ain't the one I had before, but we're gonna pull it up. Give me a second here, y'all. What the hell is this? Tonight's the night I let you know. Biatch, tonight's the night we lose control. Biatch, tonight, believe it. Let me see here. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Forgive me, y'all. I'm just getting all this together so I can put this on the screen. I had to change the format. All right, here we go. Here we go. So this is one screenshot or a thumbnail of pay-per-views, supposedly the best pay-per-views. Boxing pay-per-views of all time, supposedly. I don't know how accurate this is because the other ones I saved, I don't know where they at on my computer. I had to pull this one out here in my chin. So, it says number one, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao did 4,600,000, right? Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor is the number 2 highest grossing pay-per-view in boxing with 4,300,000. Number 3, Oscar De La Hoya versus Floyd Mayweather, 2,400,000. Number 4, Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo Alvarez, bro, 2,200,000. Number 5, Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson 2, almost 2 million. Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson, 1,970,000. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr., a recent fight, did 1.6 million supposedly. Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield, 1.6 million. The first one. Mike Tyson versus Peter McNeely when he first came out of jail, 1995. Time fussing out with a mic. Yeah, I remember all that. I was there for that one. That was 1.5 million. Surprisingly, thought that would have done more. Number 10, Floyd Mayweather versus Miguel Cotto, 1.5. And number 10, it supposedly is Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. Now, the reason I put this up here, and like I say, I don't know if all these numbers are true, but we do see Canelo Alvarez's name up here with Floyd Mayweather, okay? The name we don't see is Gervonta Tank Davis. Not even at the 10th spot, we don't see Tank Davis. Right? We don't see it. So if we don't see Tank Davis even at the 10th spot, I just need you guys to, what's up, beautiful brown sugar Tay in the building? I need y'all to understand that regardless if Floyd Mayweather is a jig or not, and I can't stand him, Floyd Mayweather put butts in the seat. He sold pay-per-views. Gate numbers and pay-per-view, it all translated together. You understand? You can't fake it. I should pull up the Forbes list and show you how many times Floyd Mayweather is in the Forbes list for all the money he was making, right? But y'all telling me how much money Tank making, but if he was making that money as an athlete, he would be one of the highest paid athletes in the sport. It would show up. You're telling me he's making more than Giannis and all these basketball players. It would show up in the Forbes list. If he had this 7 fight deal where he was making $30-something million a fight, like y'all claim, it doesn't exist. It's a lie. It's a lie. Leonard LB, the nose, and all these guys, Steven Espinosa and them, selling y'all a dream. Tank selling y'all a dream because he knows y'all gold diggers. Y'all worship success. Y'all worship money and the idea of it. So he wants to look like and give y'all the I got this, I got that. Because he knows that's why y'all going to support him. If he come out and if Tank come out and say, hey, man, look, y'all, I only sold 30,000 pay-per-views, you know what I'm saying, but we're going to keep working, woo-woo. Y'all wouldn't even rock with him no more. 99.9% of y'all wouldn't even rock with him no more. You only rock with him because of the perception that he doing something big. And you want to be looked at as I'm rolling with the winning side of things, you know what I'm saying? Clown behavior. But I'm going to open up the panel now. I'm going to go ahead and open up the panel. Let's get on here and let's talk. Put the link in the chat for y'all. Remember, don't come on here overly cursing. Be respectful. Let's have some good boxing conversations. Come on here cursing and stuff, you out of here. And once you click that link, turn your camera on backstage so I can see you, and then you can turn it off. Once I acknowledge you, you can turn it off. But I need to see you. Make sure you ain't no troll or somebody just coming out here to say something crazy. Yes, indeed. The link is in the chat, ladies and gents. Let me pin the link. Let me pin the link. Where we at? Come on, YouTube. What y'all doing me like this, man? Oh my goodness. They don't want me to Alright, there you go. Just pinned it. Alright, 1 second here, y'all. One second. All right. We got it. Anybody pulling up today? Head buster, I see you back there. Turn your camera on, G. I, I see you, bro. Coach Hudson, I see you back there. I can't see your camera though. Make sure that's you. I got you. All right, let me get y'all up here. All right, what's happening with the head buster? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. What's up with you today, man?
Chilling, man. Just over here shooting the breeze, man. What's your thoughts on these topics, man? Anything you want to tackle? Let's cook.
Yeah, I think I seen the press conference yesterday. I think I don't have no problem with them asking about his chin because those are true questions. I think it should have been even balanced, though. I don't think. I think that's what people are ignoring. Like I understand the chin. Yeah, anybody's gonna ask that because it was an unfair advantage, and everybody's seeing the fight. But just keep it balanced. Like put the same emphasis on the PEDs. It seemed like it was kind of like some baby questions that Ryan was being fair, in my opinion. I don't think it was fair exchange.
Yeah, hey, my bad, Superman. I took you out because I didn't see your camera turn on. My bad, brother. Turn your camera on real quick. Okay, I got you. I'll put you back in. Okay, Coach Hudson, what's happening with it, bro? What's your thoughts on what we talking about?
Peace, family. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Hear you good, bro.
Man, that press conference was the most disgusting thing that I have seen in a long time. And just off the back, I just want to address some of the race fans in the Brown community because it really hurt. It really hurt me what I was seeing. And I know they love Canelo Alvarez. They love Chavez Sr. They love Ricardo Lopez, some of their great champions. But what they need to remember, regardless of the politics, when it comes to boxing, our ancestors paved the way. Without our people desegregating boxing, the opportunities that they have now, they would not have. How dare you come to these boxing events and basically put on a character lynching of our fighters? And I stayed up to 2 a.m. so people can miss me with they're just diehard Latino boxing fans. That's BS. I saw thousands of comments talking about the shape of Bill Haney's nose, Devin Haney's
Absolutely.
nose. I saw
Absolutely.
all kind of racist comments talking about we need to get beat down. We need to be humble. And I'm like, well, what's up with this humble thing? I only hear this with black fighters. All of our fighters need to be humble. What's up with that? So, I'm not going to beg anybody to be my friend. And I'm going to be short when it comes to them. What I want to say to those race fans in the Brown community, I just want you all to remember that everything you got and the American dream and the experience that you all allowed to have was fought for by us. The labor jobs that you all have right now used to be by black men who did the trades in high school. They took those trades from us. So now you all can do those labor jobs. The jobs that you all have in the corporate America is because of the 1967 Civil Rights Bill that was passed. That stuff was passed because of our people who bled, who died, who were castrated, who were hung. How dare you hate on us like that? And the parroting that I'm hearing is they sound like the white men of 1908 when Jack Johnson was doing his thing. Boxing has always been a racial symbol of superiority by white supremacists. But what I'm seeing now is you race fans in the brown community are starting to pull the same crap. Our problem is we're allowing them to do it, and we're treating each other like we're the enemy. And I have a question to our brothers. Do you hate the Haney so much that you will allow this lynching and disrespect of this man and not take up for him? Do you love Tank so much that you will allow these people to disrespect us the way they're disrespecting us and say it's okay because we have differences? I was so sick, man, with that. But what I want to say is our fighters have to go back to old school fighting and how they carry themselves. This is what I mean. Our fighters think that if they just don't say anything about the racism, if they just don't acknowledge it, that it's just going to disappear. People in the past, this is why we have to know our history. Floyd Patterson, Joe Louis, they tried that. It doesn't work. After Jack Johnson, we did not have another heavyweight champion that was afforded to have that opportunity until 22 years later, and it was Joe Louis. They briefed Joe Louis and told Joe Louis, they told them, knock out the white fighters as fast as you can because we don't need them getting upset because they will riot and start hanging us if you beat them up too long the way Jack Johnson did. So they told Joe Louis, smile and make sure you don't make faces when you're beating them. And they still hung us after Joe Louis would win. They still attacked our people. The same thing with Floyd Patterson. Floyd Patterson thought that if he talked a certain way, that's why Ali called him Uncle Tom, because Floyd Patterson would try to appease to them and say, well, I'm not one of those type of black men. And you fighters today think that if you do that you don't have to fight. If you are part of this tribe, if you are going to be a black American fighter, unfortunately, that is the crown you're going to have to wear. You are going to have to fight. And you are going to have to address these things. Now, to our own people, because I don't want to be long, but to our own people, you all need to understand what is happening. When Jack Johnson was beating people down, when he was beating those white men down, laws were passed because the white men got so upset. They passed the Mann Act, and there was one more act that they passed where you could not take fight video across state lines because they did not want people to see what Jack Johnson was.
Yeah, I forgot what that's called. I
think it's called the Sims Act. Yeah, the Sims Act. It's the Mann Act and the Sims Act. Now, the Mann Act, watch this, y'all. The Mann Act, these people were upset because Jack Johnson was running around with white women. So if a black man was seen with a white woman at all, he could be shot on sight when they passed the Mann Act. And that was because of a boxer. Our history is stitched in the laws of America. So if you ever want to go
racism,
look up what's going on, all you got to go do is look up the laws. Now, this is the play that's being done on us while we're fighting each other on which brother is better. And you all keep falling for the same trick. All of these race fans were not on Tank's side until the top people to beat were other brothers. That's when they got on Tank's side. And y'all fall for the same trick every single time. Right now, they are trying to roll back the Ali Act. What that means is the biggest thing that the Ali Act does, it protects fighters and forces managers and promoters and agents to do fair business practices on the behalf of the fighter. Once that's out the window, you all are in trouble. This is the last stand. If you black fighters do not stand together and start fighting against the crap that's going on, this is where you are headed. There is no I can be nice and it's not me. There is no I should check this person and not this person. the racists in mainstream are constantly trying to paint the picture on what you should know and what you should not know. All of you know about Devin Haney saying a white man can't beat me. Those of us who are old enough remember Bernard Hopkins saying I won't lose to a white man. But check this. I bet a lot of you don't know who Alan Minter is. Alan Minter said that I am the white. He said I'm the white spirit of England, and no black man will take my title. And a man by the name of Morgan Hagler went to Britain and beat and stopped him. And there was a riot in that arena. I can't remember the arena's name, but it was one of the worst riots they had in Britain. And this was in the 1980s. This wasn't in the early 1900s. These are the shoulders that you fighters stand on. And if y'all don't get on code about something, you brothers need to wake up. I don't care how much I like Devin, Tank, Terrence, whoever, any of our fighters. I would never sit there and defend the way Devin Haney was just treated. And I'm so happy that Bill was there to check Todd, because every press conference, the crap is getting old. They are trying to lynch him. They are lynching him every press conference. Every time the narrative is you were beat down. It's not that you got up. You couldn't protect yourself against that left hook. What happened? You brothers need to wake up. That's all I got, gentlemen.
Great stuff, brother. Great stuff. I put that Sims Act up here just so people can see what it is.
Yep. 878, can I get in?
Yeah, brother, Black Superman, go ahead. Superman, go ahead.
This here, boss. I always have somebody else.
What happened to Superman? Superman left. He was you there, Superman?
Yo, I'm here. I'm
Okay.
at work. I'm at work right now, but I can still talk.
So you the cook, brother. Go ahead.
Everything he just said, the other speaker just said, it is all true, man. And I think the biggest problem with us is self-hatred. That's our biggest problem. We need to stop being envious and etc. And what they're doing to Devin Haney is pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
Even though it was proven that Ryan Garcia took steroids, they didn't care. They just had this. I don't know what it is with us, and it's mainly us doing it, which is sad. It's like, why? It's mainly us. We're preying on each other's downfall for some reason because of envious. I don't know what it is. Like, I can't understand. Self-hatred, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, man. It's unfortunately, bro. Well, I'll give my opinion after everybody else talk. Brother BVO, what's happening with it, fam?
What's going on, General? How you doing, man?
Doing wonderful, brother. How you doing?
Good. What I thought about the press conference was simple, man. I'm just surprised how much hate Devin gets, because I was saying this on before. If you had a son, you would want him to act like Devin.
Right.
If you were trying to raise a good black kid, you would want him to act like Devin. I get they hate Bill for whatever reason. It's cool, but I just never seen a dude like Devin get hated, because I think Devin is one of those guys who really could be a role model. You should see Devin like on the milk commercials, man. Remember when we was kids that had the milk commercials? You should see Devin with milk mustaches and stuff in the school.
Right. Right, go ahead. I can't hear him. He must have broke up. Hey, boy, if that's you back there, turn your camera on again, bro.
My bad,
I hear you, bro.
Okay, my bad. Now, and then you see people celebrate him losing. It was like a whole thing on a dude like Tank who wouldn't spit on you if he was on fire. Like, why would you support a dude who don't like blacks? Because to me, people don't think this about Tank, but I think Tank is like Django, that dude Steven from Django, man. I think he's Steven, bro.
Yeah,
I think he the type of dude who would walk up to you in the kitchen and say, "You know that nigga, don't you? You know that nigga, don't you?" So I mean, that was one of my favorite parts when that boy came in there and said, "You know that nigga, don't you?" That's the type of nigga Tank and all his goons are. Like they go to places that don't support them. Like, get out of here, man.
That's
So
interesting you say that, because I
Go
hate
ahead.
that part. I see you, Abel. Yeah, I hate that part of the movie so much, bro. that after my first time watching the movie, now whenever I rewatch Django Unchained, I always fast forward past that kitchen scene. I just fast forwarded all the way up until Django tricked them white boys into blowing them up. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't watch just the betrayal, man. Samuel Jackson just that betrayal. That's just. Well, go ahead, you know what I'm saying.
It just, you know what though? The problem is that the reason it hits so hard is because we got a lot of Stevens running around here.
Yes.
We got a lot of house niggas who hate blacks.
Yeah.
We don't want to say it. Forget the other side. They hate. There's so many blacks that hate blacks. I've never seen it in my life, man. A brother will see you shot up, broke, or in jail before he see you doing well. It's crazy. Like you hear people bring up all that stuff about Don King. What the heck was y'all when Bob Aaron was robbing people?
Right.
But only the black man is a thief and a robber. But that's all to say. Appreciate you letting me come through, man.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to BVO. Appreciate you. Who I got next up? Who came in next was let's see here.
Hey, 7-8, can I go next, brother?
Yeah, go ahead, Abel. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to say this real quick to add on to what Cole Hudson is saying. Right now, Donald Trump is also considering removing the Muhammad Ali Act from law, which means, here's the thing, guys, and this is why it's very important, because if Donald Trump writes an executive order to remove the Muhammad Ali Act from law, do you understand that means that the promoters and all the other managers can have the authoritative right to treat you, to give you unfair treatments to your money and to your contracts?
Abel, hold your thought real quick.
Sure.
Coco, whoever Coco is in the chat, block Coco, okay? I'm not trying to hear that black power BS because all you so-called ninjas claim racism, but don't go home to black women. I don't know who you talking about. I really don't know who you talking about, because if you watch this channel, everybody on here know how I get down, and I don't know how nobody else feel or how nobody else get down, and you don't either. But for you to come here and say all you so-called ninjas, I don't call myself no ninja. So what do you mean so-called ninja? I think you really a white folks racist in disguise. You can get up out of here, Coco. Now, go ahead, Abel.
That's all right. It's all good. You know, he's probably just some fake troll anyway. Don't mind him. Anyway, as I was saying, the boxers need to recognize this, guys, because if Muhammad Ali Act goes away from the U.S. law, do you understand how dangerous that is? I'm telling you. Listen, y'all better get right, because listen, you can dislike a fighter all you want to, but if you care about the fighter so much, and I'm sending a message to all the other YouTube channels out there that are listening, if you care about the fight, about your fighters or all the fighters in boxing, you better start writing to your local congressman or senator and let them know, hey, you can't take away this law, take away the Muhammad Ali Act away from law. It's more than just Devin Haney and Tank. Do you understand that this is about the livelihood of boxing that's going to be completely mistreated and unfair? That's what the Muhammad Ali Act is about.
Cool.
So y'all better pay attention, man. I'm saying y'all better pay attention.
Good stuff, Abel. Hustler's home. What's happening with it, bro? What's your thoughts?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Hear you good.
Back to what Mahari Nation was talking about. Like, the fans can't care more than the boxers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we it seemed like we care about fairness, drug testing, we care about the racism, we care about way more stuff than the actual fighters do. I ain't seen not one fighter step to no. I mean, Bud stepped to Teofimo, but none of them stepped to Ryan Garcia. Not one person, not one boxer has stepped to Ryan Garcia about his racist tirades. And I see other boxers defending Ryan Garcia for being dirty against a clean boxer. You know what I mean? I'm scrolling X right now, right? And I see all this Devin Haney slander, all this Bill Haney slander. I don't see Clarissa Shields stepping up to the plate defending the brother. I don't see no Charlo. I don't see nobody stepping up to the plate defending Ryan Garcia. I'm defending Devin Haney. All I see is thumbs up on these replays of him getting cheated. All I see, and to me, it doesn't surprise me when non-blacks are racist, right? It surprised me when non-blacks aren't truly racist, right? So we got to understand when we dealing with this world, we're dealing with it as a group of black men, right? We're not dealing with it no other way. So we gotta get these knuckle dragging monkeys out of here. That's parading. That's helping the racist parade. It looked like not all blacks are united. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more.
You call them blacks monkeys?
No, I'm not calling black men monkeys. I will never call a black man monkey, but I will call a person that's participating in the racism with blackface a monkey.
Just cutting jigs.
Yeah, facts. That's what I'm talking about. I would never call a black man a monkey. Not a black man to stand on his blackness. But if you over there talking about Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney need to learn how to block the left. Like we saw Devin Haney block the left on a clean fighter right before we did that. Right before Ryan Garcia fight, we saw him do that. But when the dude boosts his whole, Ryan Garcia already had top tier level speed and upper tier level power, and then to juice himself up to fight Devin Haney. And every time he touched Devin Haney go down. I've never seen Ryan Garcia with that power. I watched all Ryan Garcia fights. Ryan Garcia don't got one punch knockout power like that. You know what I'm saying? So
well, man, I don't know. I'm sorry to interrupt, man, but I think I get what you're saying, bro. But calling blacks monkeys is out of pocket, bro.
It might be.
No, I disagree because with BVO, because it's just like us calling. Do you use the N-word? At some point, we call them other black folks the N-word. Now, when I use the N-word, I don't mean it as a term of endearment. I mean it for what it was used for. So white folks created the N-word. They created ninjas. I'm gonna say on YouTube. White folks created ninjas. When we in Africa or wherever we were on this planet Earth, we were not ninjas until we came in contact with them and started to work for them against our own people. So when you act like a sellout to your race, you a ninja to me, okay? And when you acting ignorant or acting like somebody who they want you to be, I'm gonna call you a ninja. I don't mean that, that's my ninja. Hey, that's my ninja right there. Nope, that's not how I talk. I say my brother. When I call you a ninja, I mean exactly what I mean. A ninja. A knuckle dragon.
I got you, OG. I guess I just never heard it like that. My bad. I got you.
I just want you to hear where we're coming from. I don't want you to get all these people, and it took me a long time to get there. All skin folks ain't kin folks, bro. Just because they black, if they working for them against our people, them Django's, not Django's, but the Stevens,
yeah,
them ain't our people, bro.
No, they not. No, they not our people.
That's a ninja. That's a monkey.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I got you.
Hey, Drew, if that's you, let me know if that's true, bro.
Hey, 7-8. So, with let's say people that's 30 and below, with us being fully aware of the lack of foundation in the households, households that have two parents and a real family, the lack of community, do you think that it's fair to hold someone in their 30s and below to a certain criteria with their lack of awareness?
That's actually a good question. Who asked that question?
It's Head Bustle.
Head Bustle. That's actually a great question. I see you, Focus Ball. That's actually a very good question.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm being genuine. Like I'm not trying to play devil's advocate. I'm being honest.
I think that with the way we have been, the way our youth have been misled by their parents first, in politics, in society. Yes, I think sometimes it's like, man, we asking a lot from these jokers here. We asking a lot from them because they ain't been taught no better. They can't do no better because they ain't been taught better. Some of them, but it's a whole lot of them that have been taught better. It's a whole lot of them that do know better and still choose to do ignorance. For instance, I don't want to turn this into nothing else. I'm going to be real brief on this. There are people among us that are my age, well into their 40s and 50s, but they have discovered YouTube or Google or the internet in general will pay them if they come on here and go viral and talk crazy. So now you got men who's supposed to be King Kongs of consciousness, like Dr. Umar Johnson. And I know some people don't like Umar, but I respect Umar for a lot of the stuff he says and what he stands on. But what I don't respect, brother, forget about the school. That's something else. I don't respect no man that has children on this planet and don't have a relationship with those children on purpose. I don't respect no man who do that because I got kids. I was raised by a mother and father. My daddy, to this day, my father checks on me. If I need something, he there for me. My mama there. Woo woo. I'm the same way with my kids and grandkids. That's family. That's lineage. I don't respect no man who come on the internet every day talking about world events and all this other stuff that's going on with people. But then when it comes to your own family, if it don't start at home, then you can't start nowhere. If it don't start at home, it don't start nowhere. So I hear what you're saying, but let me Stormy, is that you? Turn your camera on, brother. I mean, make sure that's you. So
hey, 7-8. Can I say something real quick about the question you just asked?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
I feel like if you are as a grown man, if and I get what the question, I get the genuineness of the question, but you as a man, you are required to follow certain rules in this society, even though you haven't been taught them. So there is a sort of kind of like, okay, he wasn't with his mother, but you 30, you know what I'm saying? If you're 30 years old, you had plenty of grown man time to come figure it out. That's, you know.
Yes, sir. No, I'm sorry, brother. Who was that just talking? Was that you, Hustlers?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, brother. Because it's not showing me who talking for some weird reason, but shout out to Hustlers home. Drew Titan, my brother Drew in the building. What's up, Drew?
What's going on? I ain't gonna be long. You know, I'm at mama house taking care of some business real quick.
Yes, sir.
You know, when y'all started talking about monkeys, you know, I had to call in.
For sure.
You know, I had to call in because we deal with it on a daily basis, and I just want to be clear. Yep, I just want to make my position clear. So, if people who follow me, they know what kind of time I'm on. You know, I only call things out when it's necessary. All right, I love my people to a fault. You know what we deal with as well. I tell everyone the reason why. And Sherman, I told you this to your face. I was following your content for literally over a decade, you know. And then when you started the LDBC, I said, you know, look, this is a movement and it needs to be made, and that's why I got involved to support a movement. I always tell everyone. I told you this. Never got involved in this to get monetized because monetization wasn't even around when you start the LDBC. People don't know that. This was a movement, you know. This wasn't about money. You know, it was about the right thing to do. And everything, and see, this is why Coach Hudson, we need more brothers like that. Because that little bit of things that he said in such a short time is true. People are not going to like it, but when you can back it up with facts, data, and statistics, and you can't say that it's a lie, that's when the goalpost starts moving. And everything that Coach Hudson said was 110% correct. All right, and it's the same thing. It's the same method that I use on Tank. People call me a Tank hater. I say, well, look, point out where I lied on him. When you have an excessive, unconditional man crush on a man, because I'm talking about resume. I'm talking about a legacy, and you're talking about tattoos, chrome hearts, and leg tattoos, which is amazing in itself. This is a grown man. These are grown men doing this. You know what I mean? But to my point, I call these ninjas monkeys every day. That there's a difference between my brothers and a ninja. I don't want anything to do with ninjas. I want ninjas. There's a lane for them, and y'all know the channels I'm talking about. There's a lane for them. What's that chick on ESPN? I spoke about her this morning. The light skinned chick. What's her name? Every time I turn around, she's talking crazy about a black athlete.
Malika Andrews.
Malika Andrews. There's a lane for Cooney. Stephen A. Snitch. There's a lane for them. It's just not allowed to be around me. And if I choose not to deal with it, then that's just what it is. I don't want to deal with it. All right, and keep the monkey kung fu away from me. And I call it out when I play those monkey videos. Of course, there's an element of comedy behind it, but it'd be funny if it wasn't so sad. But I would love to live in a world where I ain't got to talk about that ish every day. I shouldn't have to deal with it. And the fact that that Bill has to stand on business and do things like that in 2025, that's a sad state of affairs. Devin Haney is the only fighter active to date with those accolades and actually literally trying to get things done. And he's doing it with no malice. He just wants to do it for the love of the sport, for the sake of competition. And to see him get cut down by people that look just like him, it is a sad state of affairs. So absolutely, monkeys exist, and I call them out on it. And when I get on my platform or other platforms and I say cold things like quit acting light skinned, y'all brothers in light skinned because you guys are conditioned by the overseer. The white man did a number on us, but there's more than enough education out here so we know what the white man did. And we have to watch that norm and do the opposite because it's become normalized for us to hate amongst ourselves. But you see, I don't deal with monkey. So I'll call the dude a monkey in a heartbeat, and I stand on it. And if they don't like what I got to say, do something about it. You ain't going to do nothing about it. You make your little videos. You can do that. But do it from a safe distance. Because when you come to New York, you don't need the hotel room, you monkey. But I'll land the plane right there.
I heard that, Drew, and I know exactly what you're talking about. Shout out to African Thor in that super chat. Appreciate the love. It says, I'm trying to donate to the reunion tickets. Y'all stunning. Hey, bro, I'm going to put the link. Anybody who got the link to the LDBC meet and greet tickets, please drop it in the chat. All you got to do, brother, if you want to donate you just buy a ticket. Even if you ain't coming, buy a ticket so that we know that's your donation. You ain't got to send nothing to me directly. Just buy a ticket so then we know where it's going. Appreciate you, fam. Free your mind in the super chat with that 5-piece. Thank you, good sir. It's just a little appreciation for this fire content, General. This is much needed. Thank you, sir. And I definitely appreciate you with that 5-piece. There was another brother who came in here. Let me make sure I got him. We eat and sleep boxing. Shout out to you, bro. He came through twice, and he say Donald Trump is getting ready to deport all the fairs at the press conference. I doubt it, but it is what it is, man. They're gonna learn the hard way.
Yo, 7-8.
Somebody get Dr. Ramen out that chat, man. Clown.
Who was it?
Some dude named Dr. Ramen. It's probably some sand ninja with a turban on his head.
If y'all in the chat, if you wrenched up, get rid of him. I can't see no Dr. Robin.
Yo, 7-8.
Who was that? Who got who?
It's Hair Bustle.
Hair Bustle, what's happening, bro?
Yeah, I heard what you said, and I partially heard what the person said after you, because my phone was like disconnecting with the Bluetooth. But my reason for posing that question is, like, look at like during your youth era, like, okay, you might have had Menace to Society, but look at like the good scenes in the movie where they discouraging this. You might get you got South Central, but you got that, like, even with the hip hop in y'all era,
it was
y'all
always
got
a message behind the madness.
Yeah, y'all got in y'all hip hop era, y'all had that. Now look what just happened with J. Cole when he gracefully bowed out. And like if you go like to any predominant black community, the most popular person gonna be Like they gonna be a front runner of not preserving their own race. So if you got someone Devin Haney age, Shakur Stevenson age, and younger, if this is what's going on, it's a real disconnect. Like I got a grandmother that's in the '90s, like from West Point, Mississippi. I hear about like picking cotton and all those things. I understand it, but it's still a disconnect versus anybody. Like if you wasn't there, you could understand all you want, but you don't know the reality. Like you don't know the real life day to day. You could have a heart for them all you want, but if you wasn't in it, if you wasn't doing it, you only could speak on it so much. So imagine that with somebody that's 25 with a mom my on OnlyFans and all this other stuff. Like it's a huge disconnect. The fight is totally different. Like it's a
No,
lot
no,
of
no.
catching
You're
up
right.
to
Yo,
do.
yo,
You,
can I cut in real quick? This Mo 7A.
yo, go ahead, family. Go ahead. Mo Hustle.
I,
Mo
I,
views.
I wanted I wanted to talk to the point on that too, but he said a point in regards to like how do you supposed to get these things, and these type of conversations is where you get them, but also I brought up the point before on the show where we're getting mentors. Mentors bring these conversations out, and you got to sit there and learn, especially if you 30 and younger, 35 and younger. Learning is an ability that's not taught, but it'll take you a long way in life. Sitting there just listening to these conversations, listening to them is where you pick these things up. Now, I didn't grow up in a home with a mother and a
That's true.
father. I didn't grow up in a home with a mother and a father, but I had a grandfather, and my grandfather told me if you lay down and have kids, be man enough to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? So with me and my kids, I take care of my kids. They live in a two-parent household. I don't know nothing about it growing up, but I also had my grandfather to tell me that if you're gonna be man enough to have sex and do all of this stuff, you also have to be man enough to take care of those kids. So just being around older people, getting those Jews and learning those games, and we're learning that game will take you places through life. And you just got to be smart enough to utilize it. Don't just hear it and just let it just fly over your head. Hear it, grab it, utilize it, because you might not need it at 30, but you might need it at 35. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be smart enough to understand that. And another thing too is this new thing with twerking and tattoo, all of the new things that's quote unquote black culture. If you go back in time, the real black culture is your grandmother and your grandfather. They not doing that. This is what y'all want to adapt to now and call this black culture. That's not black culture. Black culture is how your grandfather and your grandmother and them live. When somebody go fishing and there's 20 fish, you call up auntie and them and your uncles and everybody come get some fish. Everybody come get it back. That's our black culture. That's what I grew up on as black culture. Today is foreign to
Facts.
me. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't adapt to none of this stuff today. So I don't know. Maybe you need to the young man who was on here talking about his grandmother from Mississippi. That's real black culture.
Oh no, I'm not
Now
saying I have a disconnect.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying I'm
I
not
just want to
singling
put
out
I just
I'm
want to
not
put this
singling
here.
out you. I'm not
Yeah, I
singling
got
out
you.
you to say, yeah, but
Yeah,
what I'm saying is like if anybody want to know that's really where we come from. Like if we go back into time, that's what real black culture is. Black Wall Street, all of this stuff, us sharing the bartering system. If we really go back, that's where that stuff comes from.
yeah,
So you
yeah. I
understand what
got
I'm
you
saying?
on that.
Hey, let me
Yeah,
say this real quick. Team Shakur, if that's you back there, turn your camera on, brother, in the background so I can see you real quick. I can't see you, brother. Okay, I got you, Team Shakur.
Hey, can I cook on what Coach Hudson was just saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, what we call black culture, I've always called 24K monkey see, monkey do culture. Black people are the most imitatable people on earth. Anything we do, everybody wants to imitate,
Right, right.
including the destructive stuff. But you have to understand that there was a time during slavery where the house ninjas, the favored ones, were put out there to be an example for the rest of the field blacks, because they want them to say, hey, you behave good, you get these things happen to you, you get to move up in society. Essentially, The position of most black politicians and black entertainers is a position of the house ninja from back in plantation days. That's what they serve as. So the destructive things that they put, I hate to say it, but rap and all the destructive parts of black culture, it's bought and paid for by other people who hate us. They're controlled oppositions. They're meant to teach our young ones how to be fools, to be honest. But to add to something I wanted to say earlier, the reason I first hopped on was when King George fought my ancestor in Jamaica in 1739, and my forefather beat King George. The best part of King George's army, the only reason he had any success versus the Jamaican Maroons, was because the best part of the British army were former slaves. They were the biggest and the best. They literally, the war would have ended. The war went on for 83 years. It would have ended when it started if no black people fought against their own destruction. That's all I wanted to say.
Good stuff. Let me go to my brother Stormy B Man, the sensei in the building. What's up, Stormy?
What's good, brothers? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Hear you well.
Hey, much respect to everybody and salute to you, 78, with another great live stream
Yes, sir. Thank you,
with
brother.
topics that should be brought out in the open as a forum. And I appreciate that. My time is limited, so let me get down to what I wanted to offer. And earlier, the conversation centered around, Bill and Devin and how they've been uh, villainized through this entire process. And someone had mentioned the fact that we don't even see other fighters like coming to their support and everything. But I want to tell you what the disconnect is, or give an example of what's the difference in how we've changed as a community. Back in 1966, when it was Muhammad Ali versus the U.S. government, okay, when they wanted to take his status away from him as the heavyweight champion of the world by changing his draft status, where he had taken the test and everything and had failed the test. But he was such a young, brash, bold, outspoken black man who was not only kicking butt in the sport that he participated in as a professional, but he was kicking butt in the public forum of standing up for his people. So they were trying to switch things up on him and possibly get him over there in the Vietnam conflict and maybe through friendly fire or whatever, get rid of him. And when he came up with conscientious objector status, because his religious beliefs said that he should not bear arms against another people of color, and that stood for something at that time, because even religious values in this country had a greater stock and hold over our society. But to his support came professional athletes from all different sport venues. You had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you had Jim Brown, you had Bill Russell. These men were coming forward in their own professional sports, basketball, the gridiron, baseball. They came out and supported Ali in a public sense, because to scrutinize and to uh, castigate a man like what he was standing for means that that's an act against each and every one of us. And so those men stood in unison in support for Ali.
Right.
And even if they didn't agree with his religion or supported that religion because they were of a different faith, the commonplace was, here is a man of faith, regardless of if his religion is different from mine, but his value as to what he stands for in humanity and righteousness is what they supported. Now, when you look at today, you have so many people. They have no faith. They have no respect. They have no connection. They have no acknowledgement. They have no education. And what is the old adage about a person that is not informed? People perish for the lack of what?
Knowledge.
Thank you. So when we're talking about this, it is a crisis that it's why I was moved last night after watching that presser to do a live stream about it, because I was so glad to watch it through its conclusion. Because when Bill spoke to that person and representative for DAZN and Matchroom, and he said the things that he said to him, there was something that came alive in me to the degree that I couldn't even, and you know how a lot of times I will articulate, but when I went live, I was so heated that I had to be very reserved and cautious in my words because I'm speaking on a public forum and platform like YouTube. But I was lit, and I'm surprised at the lack of content addressing that. It follows suit with what we're talking about, the disconnect, the lack of knowledge, the lack of education, the lack of support. It is prevalent amongst us. But with what you're doing this morning, I had to come on and speak to that notion because it's exactly what I mean. There's always going to be a listener in the wilderness who can hear that call. And as I've been known to say consistently on my channel and platform, everybody ain't going to make it. But I am glad and proud of you all coming in here today, holding this forum, having these conversations. And again, it is very disheartening to find that Bill and Devin are not receiving the proper type of support, because this is more than just the sport of boxing. And you have to be able to understand that, because this is representing society. And just like someone said earlier in the conversation here, when they talk about you needing to be humbled, no, that's just another way of pontificating the ideology that they need to have someone to suppress and to have their boot on their neck. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
Indeed. Absolute facts, my brother Stormy. Thank you for the cook, my brother Stormy B, man. The sensei, make sure I go sub their channel. Team Shakur, what's happening with it, bro?
Peace. 78 peace panel. I just have a quick question, and this is just to be educated here. I came in, I think someone was talking about the Muhammad Ali Act and how important that is, and I guess they're trying to remove that. My question, though, just on the outside looking in, how has the Muhammad Ali Act, because I still see a great deal of corruption. So I'm trying to understand the connection, because boxing just seems like people do and been doing whatever they want to do anyway. So, like, how does the removal of the Muhammad Ali Act, like, I'm just trying to understand the connection, because I still see boxing as a very
They can't
corrupt
sue.
industry.
Okay, does somebody want to take that?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Anybody who want to take it can take it. Go ahead.
So, the Muhammad Ali Act was originally, there's a few things that it covers, but one of the main things is keeping sanctioning bodies and ranking separate. Because what's that?
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. At least as far as I know, but there might be more to it. But here's the thing: people they have to be separate, and it forces them to reveal how much money they make. With the UFC, for a long time, they didn't have to reveal how much money they were making because they're a privately traded company. They're a private company. With the Ali Act, it separates all the people making the rankings, the people making the belts and the matches. It separates all of them. So when you come together to do a boxing match, everybody has to reveal the books. So this means that's why boxers get paid a lot more, because they can see the money. Now, if we get rid of the Ali Act, more models like the UFC can come through in boxing, where it's one guy running the one show with the one belt and the rankings. The danger here is boxers can't see the money like that. They don't know where all the revenue streaming is coming from, so they can't say, "Hey, I want a percentage of that, this, that, and that." Additionally, it's easier to fix. It's easier. You'll see more non-black champions. Put it like that.
Can I add to that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the Ali Act is more than just the business of boxing. Imagine if you have a professional fight and I throw in a referee that is not even a certified referee. What kind of damage and danger do you think that will put a fighter in? Imagine if I have no one to check your gloves anymore if I think they're loaded. All those things, like there is corruption. Boxing is not perfect, but the Ali Act has put standards in amongst judges, the commission. That is really the only governing body that's over the commissions, the judges, the referees. That act protects the fighters, not just from the business aspect, but from the physical aspect of their health. If there is a fight, you have to have people who are certified. Imagine if you have a doctor in a corner and they're not even a real doctor. Those are the huge implications of danger that's going to happen if the Ali Act is overturned. On top of that, there's going to be open season on fighters. So back in the day, the mob could snatch up a fighter and do anything and make them throw a fight. Because there is a law, a federal law, if you try that, you will be charged under a felony for trying to corrupt a boxer that way. If they remove that act, all those things will be opened back on fighters.
Yeah. So there's also the legal protection, because he said people violate the stuff anyway, but if someone violates it to a certain extent, there's at least some kind of recourse where you can take legal action against them. That's gone. There's no legal action. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah. So and that's what I'm. See, that's my point. Like, I hear what you're saying and it makes sense, but then I see so much corruption that exists that I'm trying to understand, where's the Muhammad Ali Act when we're looking at clear robberies, we're looking at people completely cheat the game, we're looking at people like you look at Devin Haney, for instance. Like look how they're abusing Devin Haney. Look at how that whole process went, and I'm saying, how is corruption still operating at such a high level if this Muhammad Ali Act is so, instrumental in stopping it? But I don't
know, and a lot of people don't exercise their right. When Lamont Roach got robbed, and I said, "Yo, he should take some legal action against NSAC." You know how many black people said, "Oh, he's suing? What you suing for?"
Yeah. Facts. I was just gonna say that. The first thing they do nowadays, they trick you out of it. Like, you got black folks. Oh man.
And that's a very good point. Oh, sorry. Go 7-8. Go ahead.
No. Stormy. Stormy, did you want to speak again before you had to get going, bro?
No, I have nothing else to contribute at the moment. I'm gonna fall back in the chat and be listening. But thank you so much, man, and peace to everybody. Peace to everybody. Thank you so much.
Peace, brother.
Your brother Stormy.
Hey, 78. Who asked that question about the Ali Act?
What was that? Team Shakur, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's me, Team Shakur 444.
Yeah.
Okay, Team Shakur. Let me just give you some examples real quick, because you're right. The act is not perfect, and the act, that's why we need more rules. The act isn't perfect, but let me give some examples real quick. So, like when you bring up the Devin Haney situation, if that act was not there, there would have been no repercussions to Ryan Garcia at all. If there was no act, we wouldn't have had a third Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight. That act forces them by law to uphold what's in your contract. Not only in your contract, but the actual. So, like, we can sit here and say, well, we believe that Tyson Fury's gloves was loaded the second fight, right? Okay, if there is no act, no Ali Act, the people that actually check the gloves, they don't have to do that anymore. The doctors that are in the corner, they no longer have to be certified doctors. So let's say I have a champion, right? I have, for whatever reason, I have a European champion that I want to beat a top American fighter, and I'm Dana White. I set it up. All right. Now this is imaginary, so nobody get too tight about it. But in that fight, let's say that European fighter, I not only load his gloves, but I make sure that the ref that I put in there is not a certified ref. I make sure that that doctor I put in there in the corner is not certified. So even if that top American fighter beats up the European fighter that I want to win, that European fighter has the ability to cause so much damage that that American fighter is no longer the same anymore. So no, the act does not protect everything, but if that act is removed, you're going to see firsthand more deaths in boxing. You're going to see corruption on a level that you have not seen since or heard about since the 20s and 30s. The act needs other things to build on top of it. But if you remove that act completely, there will be no commission doing anything. There will be no refs being checked, judges being checked. It's going to be 100 times worse. And the best example I can give to you is, I don't know if you brothers are familiar with the compromise. It's the 18-something compromise in the South. And basically, during Reconstruction, the federal government had to keep the troops down to protect black people, to keep the Klan and the Confederacy to be open season on black people. The compromise was, I believe Woodrow Wilson wanted to become president, and the deal was, if we vote for you, this was made in Congress. If we vote for you, you have to remove your troops from the South. When this deal was done and they removed those troops, it was open season on black people. And that's when the Great Migration happened. Everybody started leaving the South and going west and up north. This is the same thing. If the Ali Act is basically the federal troops still in boxing. If they remove it, it's not perfect, but if they remove it, the things that you have seen in the last few years is going to be 50 times worse.
Yeah, I kind of disagree a little bit, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. At the end of the day, we're talking as if this act has stopped anything. There is a high level of corruption, because what I realize is that the act, I feel, is being used as a facade to hide the true crime within boxing. These people work together. The commission, the promoters, they all work together in the name of one thing, and that's money. So in my opinion, I think that what we need is a true, real, we need, sometimes you have to remove something to implement what needs to happen to change the whole game. This is where I think Turki Alalshikh, in my opinion, he's attempting to do, meaning that he understands the red tape that's there is really there to hide and to create a facade to allow the corruption to go. The reality is this. I believe a lot of people, Devin Haney, Deontay Wilder, are victims of major corruption. That Muhammad Ali Act didn't do anything, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, the damage is done. At the end of the day, you got people laughing at Deontay Wilder and laughing at Devin Haney. Okay? What I realize is that we have to create something new. We have to create something new that we can follow. All these acts, I believe they're implemented to honestly hide the hand of the people truly causing the damage. And that's what I realized, because I don't see the clear positivity in it, because I still see corruption till this day at crazy amounts of levels. And that's just how I feel. You know what I mean?
You and I are not disagreeing that there's corruption. But as someone who is a coach in boxing, what I'm telling you is, yes, there needs to be a drastic change. But if you completely take out the things that have changed the sport for the better, example, boxing used to be 15 rounds, right?
Correct.
When they took it from 15 rounds to 12 rounds, we had less deaths. If you take away certain things, just because there's corruption, I'm not going to say, hey, y'all, let's go back to 15 rounds. Just because there's corruption, I'm not going to say, hey, let's go back to horse leather gloves. You have to have a concrete plan that's going to be best for the health and the future of boxing before taking something out. And what I'm saying is, if they remove that act, you have to understand the history behind that act. The managers, the promoters, they didn't even want the act. If you go back and look up the history of why this act was put in place, they were pissed about it.
I understand.
There is a effort for there to be a great white hope back in boxing, kind of like a reverse migration of black athletes integrating into the sports. And if you look at boxing right now, look at the heavyweight division. Look at some of our biggest fights we just had. Look at Bivol and Beterbiev.
Look at Lomachenko in the 135 division. Look at 154, 168. We have effort for there to be a great white hope, and this is going all the way to the amateurs, the
Coach Hurst.
international. You have to know these organizations and what's going on. And I'm not saying I know more because I am a coach. What I'm saying is because I'm in the sport and have been in the sport, I can see things for what they are. This isn't an emotional response. I agree completely with you that there is so much corruption. Basically, the swamp does need to be drained, but you cannot remove things that have been set in place with the little bit of rope we got to help us up. Remove that, and you don't have a real plan. Turki is a boxing fan with money. He is not anyone that understands the commissions, why referees should be certified, why you should have doctors who are certified. If you remove that, you're now saying cousin Ray Ray can be the corner man. Cousin Ray Ray can be the doctor. I guarantee you. What's your name again, brother?
Yeah, 44. You fine. 44.
Well, all right, 44. If your child is boxing, I guarantee you want a certified ref in there. That act protects that. I guarantee you want doctors on hand and judges who are certified so they can at least get a fair shake. And if you remove that, well, we're not disagreeing that there's corruption. What we are disagreeing though is you cannot remove that act and not have something in place already. And they have nothing else in place. They are trying to, and if you look at the men who are trying to remove the act, these are the ones who want a great white hope. These are the friends of the of Umar, I forget his last name, but he is the Russian head of the International Boxing League. These are the people that want Eastern Europeans to take over boxing. And because I know that these are the people trying to overturn the act, I already know their plot at hand.
But Coach Hudson, you just can't. I agree with what you said, but I don't think it's just them. Because you also, you may be pro the Ali Act, but you got people like Coach Ellis, who has one of the biggest fighters in the game.
Right.
He said that that's police. And his recent interview, he was like, "No, I don't think Lamont gonna do the police stuff like Haney did." You got somebody that's going against it, so there's always gonna be some resistance.
Them dudes is clowns.
Hold on. What do you mean by the police stuff?
When because someone earlier in the show said that that Haney benefited from it, but you got in the most recent interview with Coach Ellis when everyone was complaining about that knee and how Tank should have been disqualified. Coach Ellis said, "I don't think he's gonna do the police stuff like Haney did." So you're gonna have some type of resistance with that act also. It ain't just
now. Watch this. You said Coach Ellis, right?
Yeah.
And that's Roach's coach, right?
No, that's Tank Davis' coach. Tank Davis' coach said, like "I don't think that Lamont Roach team is gonna do the police activity like David Haney did. That's going against the Ali Act."
Okay, that's going against his choice and his right as a fighter to go to the commission and call for that. That does not mean he's saying that the Ali Act needs to be overturned altogether. The point that I'm making is there has to at least be that option to protect fighters. If the act was not in place, they wouldn't even have that option at all, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Somebody said earlier that act benefited Haney, right?
Right.
Okay, now if you got Coach Kenny Ellis saying, "I don't think Lamont should go take legal routes doing police stuff like Haney," that is going against the Ali Act, correct?
That's going against his ability as a fighter to go to the commission and call a recall on that particular offense. But that is not saying him as a coach. He is saying him being a coach himself, he is under that act. He would not want someone that's uncertified in his gym trying to teach his fighters. So he can sit up there and say that, but that's a biased view because that's his fighter dealing with it, saying he don't want this police crap. But I guarantee you, if he go to his gym, he has rules set in place that's under that commission.
That's him being a ninja. Pardon me.
I guarantee you, if it's the other way around and that happened to Tank, he'd be there soon because he get a piece of that money.
You can't. Kenny Ellis is an idiot. Okay, Kenny Ellis is a guy who the only time we ever hear from him is when he on Mill City page. He is not somebody who Tank puts at the forefront for a reason. So him out here saying this and that and all that kind of stuff, and I don't think he's gonna do the police route. And this is why I be trying to tell y'all. See how they calling Devin the police for this man just got cheated in front. A black man got cheated in front of the whole world, and y'all talking about y'all call him the police because he complained about it. All because I don't care what nobody say. This all boiled down to, oh, I'm mad because Devin had the audacity to call out my guy for a fight. This is why I can't respect Tank, bro. I can't. I'm trying to like the dude. I can't like him because it's clear as day. He don't want to fight nobody, and anybody who has the audacity that want to fight him, his fans immediately hate him. So I'm like, well, I don't understand. What do we? This ain't boxing.
Here's another interesting point, though, when we're talking about what Lamont Roach should do. What we're overlooking is that, the owner of ProBox, he was interviewed with Lamont Roach. And when the results came out about the commission keeping it as a draw, the owner of ProBox, which I thought was weird, he even said out of his own mouth, he don't think that Lamont should do any suing and go down that path, and he should just do the rematch. See, when I hear language like
Ask
that,
yourself why they saying that so soon.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, I think that the owner of ProBox is a part of the same corruption.
Yep,
that's what I honestly think. But what I'm saying though is the connections go beyond what was shown. Like, these people are all benefiting off of the lack of knowledge and the understanding that behind closed doors, these people are working and finagling with each other
and breaking the law doing it.
And breaking the law doing it. And so for me, I'm sorry, like, we witnessed a referee, quote unquote, who's in there by whatever the Ali Act or whatever that's supposed to uphold all this stuff. We watched him literally cheat. We watched that with our own eyes. He cheated for a fighter. But why is he allowed to do that? Where was the act to make him accountable? Guess what? Nothing happened. Nothing. There's nothing.
Okay.
And that's the problem that I have.
Okay, so let me point this out as well. The Ali Act is the top governing body over all commissions, okay? If you go to the New York Commission and they decide, Lamont actually could have took this further, but he decided not to. Just because they rule one way doesn't mean a commission in Las Vegas might rule the same way. The New York Commission ruled, and Lamont Roach's team decided, all right, that's the rule, and we're going to leave that alone. When it's time to appeal a ruling like that, that's when the Ali Act comes into place. We are not disagreeing that was some BS that we just saw. I do not agree with that ruling or that call. But I think what we're getting mixed up is, I think you all are getting the call of a commission and what the Ali Act does. The Ali Act is not a governing body itself. The Ali Act just gives the fighters an option to keep appealing if a call like that happens. Lamont Roach really could have kept this going, but they decided to stop. But I have a question, because I think we're going to keep going in circles. Because
Lamont Roach stopped because of ninjas making him feel like he less than.
And that as well. But I want to ask you all a question, because like I hear what you all are saying, and we're not disagreeing on the corruption part. I think we're disagreeing a little bit on what the Ali Act protects and the ranking order of what it really does. But if you take away, let's say, hey, y'all, we're going to take away the Ali Act tomorrow. All right, we take it away. It's gone. How are you all going to protect fighters the next big fight? What's the plan?
That's a big question. That's a big question. And
because if you take it away, I'm going to cut you off. If you take it away, there is nobody else checking gloves. There is nobody at the weigh-ins really making sure that it says what it says. You really don't have to have drug tests. You can throw VADA out the window. Let's see. After a fight, if you're my fighter and you're signed to me, I can have you fight 2 times in 1 month. So if you all are saying, hey, throw it in the trash, cool, Coach Hudson is with you. Somebody give me what the plan is going to be next fight to protect the health of the fighters.
Yeah,
Hey,
no, I understand.
I think that's said enough.
Yeah. Because even if these people
Yeah.
still are breaking the
And
law,
and
you have a
the
legal
thing. Yeah.
force.
Go ahead, Abel. What you saying?
I was just about to say, if that's the case, then can you hear me?
We hear good.
Oh, I'm breaking up. Okay, so here's the thing, and I think Junior brought this up in the chat while you guys were talking about the Muhammad Ali issue. If that's the case, then there should be a union in boxing where there's a certified union to stand up for the rights of these fighters to make sure that the Muhammad Ali is enforced and intact. Therefore, that any of the decisions or any of the penalties or any of the disputes by the commissions is laid out there. Basically, the union can be utilized to speak up for the fighters. The reason why there's not been a union out there in boxing for generations is because a lot of these fighters, we'll just be honest with ourselves, they're all in it for themselves. They don't understand about the longevity, about generations from now, what the other fighters are going to go through after that. So I do understand, the need for the Muhammad Ali, because I told you before, what they're trying to do with boxing now, they're trying to make it into UFC, but worse. So removing the Muhammad Ali, we understand that that the corruption is still bad no matter what, but having those implanted rules within the Muhammad Ali Act is very important to make sure that no other fighter gets cheated, no other fighter gets screwed on any regardless of the fact. But if you remove those rules now, you got to come up with a plan to try to counteract what the Muhammad Ali Act provides. That's the only question that I would have.
Hey, Abel. So I
Yes,
wanna
sir.
I wanna answer that question for you. All right. We know that the corruption is deep, right, in boxing. The reason why the Ali Act is in place is so that you don't have to depend on a union. And this is why our fighters have to know what's available to them. The Ali Act is actually a federal law. Lamont Roach, when I'm saying Lamont Roach could have took it farther, the Ali Act is in place where you can actually take a decision all the way to the Supreme Court. The government of the United States actually governs that act. Because it's boxing and pride and ego, I don't think any fighter that I can think of off the top of my head has really taken it all the way there. The Ali Act would have protected Muhammad Ali back when they took his titles for not going to the draft. So if you want to take a commission all the way to the court, you actually can. That was the purpose of the act being put in place. So the reason why they're trying to overturn the act right now as we speak is before fighters get smart and unify and get a union, they're going to throw that out the window, because if fighters, let's say the top 5 or 10 fighters got together and said, we are going to be the union to represent all fighters for just all the corruption, they can take every single case to the Supreme Court. The problem is no fighter has actually taken it all away because of the corruption in boxing, and they know there will be repercussions for trying to do that. But what I'm trying to get everybody to understand is we're saying different things. The Ali Act is way bigger than the commission. The commissions are not federal governing bodies. The Ali Act is an actual federal law where you can take someone like the New York State Commission, you can actually take them all the way to the Supreme Court because this is a federal law. So if they're going to overturn that act for the safety of fighters, you have to have something that is so detailed, that is so perfected and better for us to even fathom throwing that act out the way. Because why would you throw away an act that at least does what it does now? If you throw it away, hey, nobody has an answer right now. What are we going to do? That's all I'm saying.
Thanks.
Indeed. Anybody else got any thoughts on that?
I was gonna say something.
I agree 100%. Nothing else.
Go ahead, Focus Ball.
No, I said it just slipped my mind.
Oh, okay. All right. Any other thing we want to click on that we spoke on the panel? Tank's pay-per-view numbers, anything like that? Before we get up out of
man,
here.
I don't think it matters, bro. Nah, I don't think that matters, bro. This conversation was actually way deeper and much more insightful than Tank's pay-per-view numbers. Nobody cares about that. Let's be honest,
Hey,
bro.
Like,
Let's be
hey,
honest, man.
be more.
hey,
Y'all be
78.
tech double.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to ask Focus Ball
Be
a question real quick.
more.
What's up,
Well, go
brother?
ahead, bro.
Hey, Focus Ball, you are the guy that's in the martial arts, right?
Yes, sir. Black Martial Arts Society.
All right, cool. So I want to ask you. So you know the beef that many of the Chinese had with Bruce Lee for teaching non-Chinese, right?
Yep.
Do you think because of what's going on in the state of boxing that maybe American boxing gyms might have to go back to that code and gatekeeping our skills?
I think we should. First off, we have a bunch of our people who run to other countries to go teach them.
Mm-hmm.
Our
Yep.
styles get dissed. See, people diss our style, then then in private they pay our coaches to teach them. Then they use our style and get praised for it as if they're the best in sliced bread.
Cook, say that.
But yeah, no. That's something we should do. Like, I hate to sound messed up, but when I teach people, I don't teach them everything. I have certain things that I'm like, no, this is for literally my family, because I have my own boxing style, and there's a section where I'm not even touching none of this. This is what I'm teaching my kids.
Right.
But yeah, no, I definitely think we should do that. We benefit from that, because if we're a bunch of runners and it's a black style, then let's codify it. Let's put a stamp on it. And when
I
you're
like that.
do it, we gonna say you copying our style.
I like it.
Yes, sir.
That's all I want to know. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. Let's see what we got here in the super chat. We got Great Terrible. I'm sorry, ma'am. I cannot see nothing. I think that says Great Terrible in the super chat with the 2 piece. Appreciate the love. He says fighters should get union if they want a league. They've been trying to get a union for boxers. Man, all these dudes that came in and made this money. This is why I don't respect Floyd like that. I'm trying to tell you. I understand you got to get it how you live and everything, but listen, bro. The money Floyd has made, he ain't done nothing to leave boxing in a better place when he leaves. Which is why I don't respect the current NBA players. They've done nothing to leave the NBA in a better place when they leave. All they care about is getting their money. These dudes don't compete in the All-Star weekend no more. They hate the fans. Oh, y'all criticizing us just because we don't want to play? Oh, we friends. We this and that. You getting your money for sure. But what's going to happen 20 years from now? The kid that is just born today and is going to eventually have dreams of playing in the NBA, he's not going to have the same freedom that you got because y'all are misusing it today. In my opinion. Am I tripping?
Nah, not with that. NBA be doing some
A
crazy
little bit.
stuff.
All right, go ahead, Abel. I want to hear your thoughts, bro.
Okay, a little bit though, because here's the thing, and you know, NBA is my expertise. But here's the thing, a lot of the things. Okay, but let me explain. A lot of the things you talked about, I understand, but at the same time, a lot of the players right now actually have a lot more freedoms than they did way back in the day. If you look at what the NBA is currently is now to what it was back then, there were no dang guarantee contracts. A lot of the owners can pretty much dictate what money you could make, and there was no union. There was no unions back then to represent the players to tell them, hey, we demand to make this kind of amount of money because the leaguers are making this kind of amount of money. That's where I disagree with you. Now, in terms of the other effort stuff and all that other All-Star game stuff, now listen, that's a different subject for another time. But I'm telling you that the NBA is actually in a better place, financially for a lot of the players. Now, in terms of the style of play, I'm not going to talk about it because it's a different subject because I don't want to get cussed out.
Hold on,
I don't want to get cussed out by you because you know what's going to happen.
No, come on, bro. Listen, you actually
know what's going to happen.
No, listen, you actually agree with me. What you just said was,
I do.
In a clever way. I don't want to talk about the real points you made, but listen, man, the NBA is in a good place. These guys make more money.
Because I know what's going to. I know what's going to happen. Because you know what you're going to say to me. You'll say, "Man, the players don't play no dang effort. All they do is shoot kids all day long." I know what you're going to say.
No, for real. This is what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm listening.
The players today are in a good position. They make more money than anybody ever made. Michael Jordan didn't make even half the money that some of these chumps today making, as far as his NBA contract. Okay, so now Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, forget about it. They didn't make nowhere near. So these players today have way more freedom, way more money. So with all that being said, why do we as fans have to beg them to compete against each other in All-Star Weekend when it's
That's
supposed to be?
different. That's different though, 7-8.
No,
Because
That's
hold
totally
on.
different.
Why do we have to
That's
beg these guys to compete against each other in All-Star Weekend? Why
bro.
All-Star Weekend every year the numbers are dropping, and all the fans and media
Because
keep
it's
complaining about the same thing.
all,
They're not competing. They're
hold
not
on, I
playing
got this,
defense.
brother.
all right, I'll answer. Can I go
I
first?
got.
Bro, hold
Go
up,
ahead.
man. So all the fans and the media are complaining that these guys don't want to play defense. They're not competing with each other in the All-Star game. And All-Star Weekend is specifically for the fans. And they won't do it. You got dudes don't want to get in the dunk contest, right? Don't want to compete in the All-Star game. So now it's just a mockery. Now they talking about just ending it because they don't know what to do next. Now, what's your
Can I? All right, I'll respond to it very, very
yeah,
simply. What's the incentive behind competing in the All-Star game? Because let's be honest with ourselves. When you look back in the history of the All-Star game, there were
what?
already triple
What?
digit.
See? Oh my
There are already
God!
triple digit
What?
blowouts. You already know that.
Hold on, Abel.
You know that. Don't even try that.
Abel, you just asked me what's the incentive for dudes making
Exactly.
$50 million a season to play
The
in the
league has
All-Star
to.
game?
First of all, it's the league's responsibility to get the players incentives to try to get them to try to play. Now, in terms of the
Cool.
effort, I
They
agree with you.
already did
I
that.
agree with you.
They already did that with this ridiculous in-season tournament. They created an
And it's
in-season
way better.
tournament
I agree.
to give the players $500,000 a piece if they win and all this stuff.
Hey,
We talking
7-8,
about
can I
the
get in on
All-Star
that?
game. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
All right, you made a couple points. Okay, back then it would be impossible for those players to make the money because $100 a day is nothing. $100 back then, you probably could be the man with that.
No. It's more than that. It's more than inflation.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying that's one reason. I'm not saying that's the only fact. Okay, and also, yes, these players like make a lot of money, but with them being such a big investment, it's kind of like boxing almost, whereas in they can't the injury part. Somebody is investing this much money. You go out there All-Star game, you playing hard, this, that, and the third. I don't agree with it. Yeah, I want to see a competitive game also. But if you're that much of an investment, 100 million, 200 million, somebody gonna have some say so in that because you're a walking product on the court.
Bro,
And
this
that's
is
the thing.
why,
And that's the thing, 7-8. That's the
bro.
thing.
Look, whatever y'all listen. This is why I
And I
proudly
don't know.
say,
Go ahead. I don't agree.
hear me out. This is why I proudly say I pay for what I
Go
want to pay
ahead.
for. I pay for what I listen. I'm paying for league pass right now for the NBA. I will not be paying for it next year. I promise you. No matter what they say.
Okay.
Now that I know that I can literally watch these games for free. I see you back there, lot boy. I'm gonna bring you up. Now that I know I can watch these games for free, I'm not paying for league pass when I can't even. I'm gonna put you on mute, lot boy. You got some background noise. I can't even see the games I want to see on league pass if they're on TV. So why am I paying for this? It's a scam. Second of all, I'm listening to Kevin Durant, LeBron James cry about fans this and the fans that. You're not finna blame me, bro. I done bought jerseys, autographed rookie cards. I done did some straight homo weirdo stuff about y'all dudes and being a fan trying to support y'all. You're not finna clown me and make it seem like I'm the problem because I want you to play hard in an All-Star game, because I want you to play defense, because I want you to be in a dunk contest. Oh, y'all acting like bras. You dudes are acting like females. You want me to clean and cook? I ain't got time.
I'll go next.
That's what y'all
7-8.
sound like, bro. This is ridiculous.
But
Go
you
ahead, bro.
don't think the
But
cap they
hold
get
on,
on the
78. Let me
games?
throw this
Look,
at you.
like if you got to play like 60 something plus games. If you don't do that, then you can't be in the criteria to get awards. You don't think that stuff plays a
Right.
factor? People probably got incentives. You
Man,
got to
that
shoot
ain't
80.
did nothing, man. Bro, Major League Baseball got 160 some games. These dudes is
But
bro.
that's
Yeah, but
entirely
they don't
different,
have
sport.
incentives.
Listen,
What's
man.
the?
Hey, this top boy talking, man. That's bullshit. The NBA players now they bullshit. Jordan played over 10 seasons, almost
Hey, relax with the
82 games.
Light boy.
Oh, my bad, my
People
bad.
now play
But
way
yeah,
more games, bro, from
man,
high school on up.
MJ them done played 82 games. These guys riding buses with the worst travel experience ever. And they still playing full season because they know there's a kid out there in the crowd that haven't seen me play. These boys right here are cur dogs. That's what they is, man. LeBron, all of them. They all want to
They
be
was
buddy
playing
buddy.
people that was
Nobody
bump
want to get
feds, brother.
Hey, let
nobody want to get dunked on. Nobody want to get dunked on no more. They all want to run to the 3-point line. They all want to play together. Like ain't no more competitive spirit. Ain't no more. I want to bust his behind. Let me bust his behind. I want to beat him. No, I want him on my team. Like that's the story. That's the problem with today's NBA and why the playoffs, man. Because it's buddy. If you take 2-3 people off 2-3 good teams, that's 2-3 good teams nobody is watching now. Because they all on the same team. So, you know, when it comes to this sports stuff, like,
Let me
you
ask you a
got to put
question,
everything.
sir. Hold on. Stop.
Hey,
Let me ask you a
hold
question.
on. No.
No,
Come
I'm
on,
asking him a
Hold
question.
up,
I
man.
let
need
them
to ask
cook
him a
something.
Y'all
question.
Let
cannot
Abel cook
stop
something.
Lot
Nate.
Boy from cooking. Don't
Let,
stop him from cooking. He just got on here.
nah,
Let the man cook.
he telling
Let him
stories.
cook.
Something. Nate.
Bro,
Go
because
ahead.
listen, this is
I'm
this is
gonna
all
let
this is
y'all
basic.
respond afterwards. He just
All
got
right,
here,
go
bro.
ahead.
Go ahead, Lot Boy.
But yeah, what I was saying was, man, they scared of each other. Ain't nobody want to bust the next man behind. Oh, I want him on my team. Oh, let's be buddy. You know what I'm saying? That's taking away from the league. You taking all the good players off their team. Like, there's no way we can make NBA Jam again because it ain't 2 people on every team now that people want to play with. We can't make an NBA Jam because back then we had at least 2 good players on every team. It's some teams now people don't even want to watch. A regular Thursday night NBA game ain't even impressive anymore. I don't want to hear nothing about ain't nothing else on TV because ain't no other sports rating dropping. Football rating is not dropping. It's growing more. Like why is basketball not being basketball no more? Because they all scary, man. And I'm gonna keep it a book. They all curved, including y'all so-called kings. Just 2 weeks ago, he put the schedule up and say, "Damn, this is in the, my bad." They say this is in the same schedule. And now that part of the schedule is here, all of a sudden now he hurt. Like, come on, man, you can't make this stuff
Hey,
up.
man.
You can't make this stuff up, man. Too many cur dogs out there. Ain't no more men. They all cur dogs, and they ain't paying for the fans no more. They ain't paying for the fans no more. They paying for themselves. Or they ain't paying to go against their peers. They paying to be buddy with their peers, man. The competition is gone. Man, that's the biggest part. Now y'all go ahead.
Hey, shout out to Lot Boy. Came through with that bulldog talk. They don't know what you talking about. I'm gonna let y'all cook here. Hey, we'll go ahead and cook.
Because I want to ask him the specific question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How old are you, sir? How old are you, sir?
Go ahead, Lot Boy.
I'm 37.
37 years old. Okay, so I'm around 32, about 5 years. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Do you watch the NBA regularly or do you don't watch it as much?
I try to watch it regularly,
You try to.
but I got too much of
Okay.
flops, too much of crime. Go ahead.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not going to go in on that. Fair enough. Here's the thing about your diatribe that really is this is a lot of media, a lot of narrative driven. Okay, a lot of these players today do actually play defense. It's not the flagrant foul type defense that a lot of you guys in the 90s and the 80s were growing up used to. Because a lot of it is that a lot of the defenses you guys watched back then was basically isolation defense. It was basically legal defenses where you couldn't play no bang zone defenses to try to shut down star players. Why do you think Michael Jordan was able to average 30 points a game? Like, cut this out, guys. Listen, you
Because
guys
because
can, you
because you
guys.
was Michael
Hold on,
Jordan.
my brother. Let me finish, and I'll let you
Oh, I
have your
thought you were
time.
asking a question. My bad. I thought you were asking a question. My
No.
bad.
I was making my point, but no worries, no problem. Listen, here's the point, guys. The NBA today is far more skilled, far more different than it was back then. The thing is, the NBA right now, as you look at it currently as it is right now, the NBA is tailor made for the younger generation of players. Now, listen, if you don't like how the product is, then fine, you don't have to watch it. But the bottom line is, the game is going to constantly change, regardless if you like it or not. In fact, these guys today are far more skilled, far more athletic, and could do more things than a lot of the guys back then could do. All right, and more importantly to that too. And here's the other thing that a lot of you guys need to understand: the game as it is currently. When you look at the structure of what the NBA is currently is now, why do you? If you say that the ratings are low, why is it that a lot of these television, deals are making record amounts of money to put on NBA games? Now, don't tell me that the ratings are low. That tells me that more people are interested in the NBA. Is just that the fact that a lot of the viewership is different than it was back in 2012, when the ratings back in 2012 was at its highest peak. Okay, so the bottom line here is the ratings are just normal than what it was. It's coming from people from the media who have narratives that don't like the current generation of basketball right now. That's all. All right, y'all go ahead and cook. I got to go eat, guys. Y'all take care.
Okay, this is what I want to say, man. Like, all that, you can't help when you're born. Like, all that, the basketball is more skilled now than it was back in the day. You can't help when you're born. Them guys what built the league. Michael Jordan, Penny Hardaway, all them guys, the reason that we watch basketball now. So if the basketball is so much better now, why are the ratings dropping? The ratings are dropping. You ain't no way around that. The ratings are dropping. People are less interested. I don't start watching basketball now into the finals. I had people on Twitter crying that Jason Tatum played 46 minutes against the Lakers. This is a rivalry game. They cried because the guy played 46 minutes. I was saying, oh, this must have been a playoffs for him. Like, these LeBron fans are y'all crazy, man, to think that's bad for basketball if a guy played 46 minutes against a rivalry. Lakers and Celtics will always be rivalries. I don't understand. Like the mindset today is a bunch of curves, man. It's straight up. They just a bunch of curves, bro.
Lot boy, listen, man. I don't know what your work schedule is, but you need to start pulling up on me, bro. Pulling up on me when I do these lives, because me and you got the same mentality when it comes to basketball about these dudes here. Let me know your schedule, bro. Let me see here.
Hey, hit me up anytime. I'll be available, bro. Just hit me up.
You on Instagram, bro?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram at JLot0606. You'll see Turbo up there.
Oh, okay. Make sure you send me a message so I know for sure that's you, and then I can start sending you a link when I talk basketball, man. Because I ain't got nothing to say disagreeable. Coach 67, what's up with the coach?
Peace and blessings to you, General.
Peace, my brother.
Bro, you made a valid point. The current players, they're messing it up for players down the line from the perspective of like load management. Initially, load management was for like your older players like a Tim Duncan, who's like on the tail end of his career. Greg Popovich protected him by not letting him play in back-to-backs, things of that nature. Mm-hmm. But it's to the point now where somebody like myself, who's a Pelicans fan, hey, Zion get a hangnail and he's sitting out for the game. So you're getting players that's making $100-some million contracts, whatever the case may be. Just think about it. Jordan last 2 seasons with the Bulls, he made $30 million those last 2 seasons. Man, you got somebody like Jimmy Butler making almost $50 million now, and he complaining because he's not getting a contract extension. So players now, they don't understand how when collective bargaining agreements come down the line, how all this load management is going to mess it up for players down the line. And Kevin Garnett spoke to that like a few days ago. So at the end of the day, you made a valid point how players nowadays with all this load management and him sitting out, and you got these injury-prone players like Anthony Davis, how they messing it up for future generations. Hey, if they keep going the way they're going with the load management, you might not have guaranteed contracts down the line. Because, that's why anytime you got to put things in place like, hey, you got to play at least 60 games to be eligible for certain awards and things of that nature. I mean, it goes to show you that the game is in the trash position. In terms of the all-star game, it's sad that players don't want to get out here and compete in the dunk contest or even play hard in general. Man, people like right.
Man, hey,
And Magic Johnson looked at the newspaper. That was enough to get him up to get ready to go to the next game because Larry Bird got off the night before. Where's the competitive spirit? It shouldn't even be about money. It should be I just want to bust his behind because I don't like him and he think he's better than me.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Like what happened to that, man? But go ahead, brother.
But you're right though. That's the crazy thing about it. Like somebody like Kobe Bryant, he got out there. Hey, he was trying to get after you in these All-Star games. Man, these dudes don't want to play no threes. They letting them take wide open dunks like they're in a dunk contest. They let them shoot half-court threes uncontested. It's like, man, come on, bro. And in terms of able, him talking, but the game now is better than what? Man, first of all, it's cap. You talking to an actual basketball coach. Man, it's hard for me to teach my middle school players, like, hey, that three-point shot you taking is a low percentage shot.
Hey, coach, hold it down for me real quick. I got to run downstairs real quick. Hold it down for me.
Yeah. I got you, bro. I got you. But like I was saying, like this, like Golden State Warriors for me as a coach, like them winning the NBA.
But see, that's the wave now. See, that's how much Stephen Curry got on the league. Everybody think they Curry. That's how much influence he got on the league. When Michael Jordan was in the league, everybody wanted to jump high. He wanted to dunk. Man, Curry got LeBron shooting threes. Go ahead, bro.
But that's the problem, though. Them winning the
that's
NBA,
the problem.
Them winning
that's
the
the problem, bro.
Yeah, them winning the NBA championship for me as a coach was the worst thing that happened. The reason being is because I got players just jacking up threes. One of the games I coach is here on YouTube. One of the players that was on my team, like Funny Mike, was his uncle at the time. I mean, is his uncle or whatever. So Funny Mike came to the game or whatever, and we just jacking up threes. I'm like, fellas, they playing zone. They're not even trying to close out on you. They're not trying to contest your shot. They're letting you shoot. You wide open for a reason, and you keep jacking up threes. I'm like, common sense should tell you if the player's not trying to close out to you, he's not trying to contest your shot, hey, you wide open for a reason.
They already got a report. He going to jack him and he can't shoot him.
And let y'all shoot these threes. Come on, bro. Like, get to the goal. Like, run some offense. And, Abe was talking about the players are more athletic, first of all.
And that say, though, Curry tricked everybody, man. Curry and Klay Thompson, them boys might be the best two shooters we ever seen. And now, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Dane Little. He come in, he can hit a couple of them out. Nah, they got guys 6'8", 6'11", scared to get in the box. Like, that's bad for basketball in my eyes.
Post-up play is dead compared to the 80s and 90s. And the thing about it is, really for the exception of Golden State at that time, like teams really don't run offense no more. Abel was talking about it was an ISO-based game. Well, first of all, there was no zone back then. So you couldn't play zone. Like, if you had to be within arm distance of your player. That's why you had a league of defense. There's still a league of defense in terms of, in the NBA, you can't play a true zone. But from the perspective of ISO, man, that's all they do now is really outside of high screen roll and ISO. Abel and I had this discussion, for this past meet and greet when we was watching the U.S. Olympic team.
Hey, it don't work, though, brother. It don't work. The Brooklyn Nets tried it. Hey, KD, you go down and you get a play. Kyrie Irving, you go down and you get a play. Harden, you go down and you get a play. It ain't give them what they want.
And see, and he was talking, but ISO, yeah, Jordan he ISO in certain scenarios, but you just couldn't ISO every play and win an NBA championship back in those days because the most.
It was a triangle offense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They had an offense.
Yeah, they had an offense. Yeah. At that time, like in the mid-90s, one of the funnest teams to watch was the Houston Rockets, where Cuttino Mobley and Steve Franz, they ISO'd every play. But guess what? They weren't even a playoff caliber team, really. Yeah.
No. But they wasn't going deep.
Hey, but let them finish though, line boy. Go ahead. What you say?
And that day to win a championship, you had to be able to run offense. It was player movement, ball movement. Nowadays, everything is high screen roll and ISO. So in terms of him saying that it was just ISO ball back in those days, that's a lot. You couldn't just run ISO and win a championship. You had to be able to run offense. It was player movement. It's ball movement. That's all they do nowadays is ISO and high screen and roll. So in that aspect of it, in terms of play of the game and physicality, yeah, they took away the hand checking and the form checking, but players really legitimately played defense in that day and time. It's a different game. And from a coach's perspective, it was a better game in that day and age. That's why we had the conversation at the meet and greet in terms of,
hey, the dream team will beat this current team is because guess what? From a post perspective standpoint, they had better post play in those days, and not only that, it was more true offense in terms of it was a lot of player movement and ball movement. Whereas nowadays it's ISO ball, it's high screening roll, and you got a lot of other three players just standing there watching.
Vernon, the link is in the chat, Vernon. It's just pinned to the chat if you want to get on. Go ahead, Coach. My bad.
But no, you're
Hey,
good.
John,
But I
I'm
was
about to run
saying,
out of here.
you know,
Appreciate y'all.
we had this
Okay,
conversation. We had this conversation at the meet and greet, and more than anything, the reason why I said the dream team would beat the current Olympic team is because they had to play team basketball. It was 5-player offense, whereas now it's 1 player, 2 players, and that's it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, Lot Boy, what's your thoughts, brother? Oh, wait, before you go to Lot Boy, Head Buster, you got anything you want to add, brother? Head Buster, you there? He might walk away. Go ahead, Lot Boy.
But I'm saying now, man, it's tough, man. It's hard to watch. Ain't nobody got to skip to go to the thing. You know what I'm saying? We the rating going, but we got a white guy in the G
Yo,
League winning.
7A, you can hear me?
Oh, man, let's be for real, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
man.
Lot Boy, let Head Buster talk because Lot Boy, you got you doing the robot. Your connection messed up. Go ahead, Head Buster.
You're breaking up, bro.
Yo, hey 7A. So with the load management, can you name one player that's on load management that don't have an injury history?
They don't have injury history?
Yeah, that's on load management that doesn't have injury history.
Well, that's not really a fair question, only because I don't know if their injuries were real.
Oh my God,
no,
man.
I don't. Honestly, I don't know if their injuries are real injuries or not. Because right now, LeBron James is out with a and the crazy part is I literally predicted this. I was talking to my boy 2 Alpha TV, and I said, bro, you know, we in the second half of the season now. LeBron James, this is about the time where he's gonna have a mysterious injury where he's gonna nurse into the playoffs. So that if they win the championship, oh, LeBron a beast with the injury. And now if they lose, oh, well,
come on, man.
LeBron had this and that going on. Now listen, all you gotta do is go back and look at the last 5 years. Forget 5. Go back the last 10 years on LeBron James' career and look at this time of the year. And he always got some mysterious injury going into the playoffs. Some weird injury. Now, anyway, but I'm gonna say this. We're gonna talk basketball tomorrow because I gotta do one of my my NBA in the morning shows. I ain't done one in a while, so I'm gonna do one tomorrow. Or maybe I should wait until Friday. I'm not sure. I mean, or Saturday. I'm not sure. I might wait till Saturday to do one, and then revisit the situation. I might wait till Saturday. Saturday morning. There might not be nothing going on. I should do one in the morning on Saturday.
Yeah, get Abel back on here because y'all tripping, man. Abel made some good points, 7A. Y'all, what's up?
Well, we're gonna cook. We're gonna cook on it. We're gonna do one Saturday.
I'm listening, brother. What's up?
I'm gonna keep it real, bro. You got to realize, you know,
you just went in and out.
I understand load management is a thing now. All right, cool. But you do realize players get hurt more now than they did in the 90s and 2000s.
Okay. I'm glad you said that. Nowadays, even when I was a kid, we play way more games, y'all, to make it to that point. And we traveling across, we going to different states, traveling all over the world. The amount of games y'all was playing leading up to the NBA, we play way more than that. We ain't just playing high school. We playing in the summer too. We playing AAU. We playing all year round.
Oh, we gotta talk about this tomorrow. Don't say nothing.
Bro, we playing way more.
Let's save this conversation for Saturday. I'm gonna book it right now.
Okay.
What's today? The 11th. Let me see here. What's Saturday, man? Why my calendar ain't working?
But ain't nobody getting hurt for no reason, man. That's a reason why.
Well, we're gonna talk about it, man, on Saturday.
I know why, because they cut off. But I hit you Saturday 7-8.
Hey, my boy. hey, my boy. Make sure you pull up on the show. We do on Saturday the same time. No. It's gonna be Saturday, probably about noon. Saturday at noon. If y'all available,
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a show.
Yeah, because I was about to say we got Wire said it too. No,
Yeah, we got the Wire joint coming on Coach 67 page. So make sure y'all subscribe to Coach 67 Sports TV. We talk about the Wire on Saturday mornings at 10. So at noon, I'm gonna do this basketball joint. Come on through. We're gonna cook because I gotta hear this. I got to hear this. Somebody coming in. One second. App Stupid Studios. What's up, brother? Can you hear me, brother? We can't hear you. We can't. Can y'all hear him?
I can't hear him.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, General.
Oh, I can hear you now, bro.
I can't
Yeah,
hear.
can you hear me?
No, I can. Coach.
Can you hear me?
App Studio. Yeah, I hear you now. I hear you now. App Stupid. That's you. I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, brother. Go ahead and cook.
Oh, okay. Thanks for throwing us. Yeah, thanks for throwing us the vine here at App Stupid. I want to say sometimes we, as older men, we remember the game and the fantasy of the game. Now you have guys who are more athletic than the guys that we remember. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. And they get hurt more, and they cry more.
Yeah. And for example,
they wear purses more.
For example, I'm a diehard Portland Trailblazer fan. Portland Trailblazer fan. Now I know straight up and down that Rasheed Wallace was one of the greatest power forwards / centers in the game. He revolutionized the game, and now young kids don't even talk about it.
Right. And this is why we have to come on here and talk about Rasheed Wallace and what he did for the game and the Tim Hardaways. I was arguing with somebody the other day, brother, a youngster, one of my nephew friends. I hang out with my nephew a lot, and one of his friends was asking me, "OG, hey man, how good was Tim Hardaway?" Well, he said Hardaway. How good was Hardaway? I said Penny. He was like, "Who that?" I said, well,
Penny Hardaway was good. But look at it like this. Penny Hardaway was good, but Penny was only good for 4 years. And then when Penny got hurt, remember, Penny had to carry the Orlando Magic on his back once Shaquille O'Neal got hurt.
Yeah.
When Shaquille O'Neal got hurt, Penny had to carry the Magics on his back, and then Penny got hurt. And then his career went away.
But Tim Hardaway invented the crossover.
Like, Nick,
Go ahead,
Anderson on that team. Nick Anderson was a dog, but then he got in his head about free throws.
Shout out to Young Abel in the super chat says you can get shut out 21-0. Condo, shut up. in the conversation argument. All right, but listen, I'm going to finish this conversation on Saturday because I want to talk basketball, but I got something to take care of now, and I know a lot of people here to listen to boxing, so I'm going to get up out of here. But App Stupid Studios, brother, make sure you tune in on Saturday at noon. Saturday at noon.
We're going to have to connect, fellas. We're going to have to connect.
Yeah, we got to connect because I want to talk some good basketball talk. I don't mind different opinions, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, tune in on Saturday at noon, my time, Central Standard Time. That's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tune in on Saturday. I'm going to holler at y'all in a minute, man. Thank y'all, brothers, for joining me. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Holler at y'all in a minute. We up out of here. Deuces.
All right.